with our crossbow.
Welcome everyone to today's D&D session. Right, let's just run through everyone's character names real quickly.
Perch.
Ebchar. Tierra.
Torr-Wreaked.
Sweet. And I'm
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers Go, and I'm everyone else in the entire world. Right, so this adventure starts off, not where the last one ended, but it starts off in the Silver Elbat. This takes place a week after the events of what has come to be known as the Goblin Rampage. Everyone is in the pub. Tierra is looking slightly worse for wear after having a very successful night out playing cards. Sat round the table with her are Ebchar, constantly looking over his shoulder for no apparent reason. Ula, you're there as well, fiddling and tuning your panpipes. And Persh, you're there eyeing him up to see if you can play some more Dragon Chess and just beat the living shit out of him to get some coins.
Nice, I need
Torek, you're across the bar from everyone else, getting around in, talking to Clarence about your new invention. Clarence the Cobalt Fisherman.
Yeah.
You're at the bar with Clarence, and that's where we're going to start. And he's looking at you, he's like, oh, I'll talk to him, but I don't know what we'll do about it, you know. It's fine.
Clarence is trying to pull. Hey, I'm Clarence.
When all of a sudden, a rumbling just comes through the entire tavern. Everyone's kind of visibly a little bit perturbed. They're shaking slightly. The whole furniture's moving. Everything just sticks just a couple inches to the left. And then, almost like a molehill out of the centre floor of the tavern, 5 dwarves appear. Two of them you recognise. One of them is Gundren Rockseeker. One of them is Torr and Iron Fist. The other 3 are unknown to you. Tierra, as soon as this happens, you're visibly really fuming. Like, this is going to cost you so much to repair. And they look around and they notice all of you. Gundren and Torrin specifically look all 4 of you and do a small bow. And then they look to the bar. The smallest bow for a small boy. And they look to the bar to find you, Torek. And they start singing to you in Dwarvish.
Oh.
It's a low, cheerful song. It's got a good little beat to it. It's kind of like that kind of tune. And you're really into it, you're loving it, you're kind of smiling as you're listening to it. No one else, I don't think, knows what's going on, apart from Ula, who I believe can speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, you know that they're singing Voik, this tune here. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Torek, happy birthday. And it's like a nice 4-part harmony at the end, it's like, to you. It's very happy.
I'm turning 240.
You're turning, are you 239?
Yes.
Is that you actually? Okay.
It's the big one.
You've turned 239. And Gundren directly addresses you.
Which one's Gundren again?
He's the one that you guys rescued last time from the bugbears in the cave.
Yeah.
Gundren Rockseeker, for whom you're all named after.
It's gone to his head, clearly.
Torek, we can never thank you for what you and your friends have done for us. And we heard it was your birthday. If not today, but very recently. And we're not really sure when. And we don't know if it's anyone else's birthday. And they look directly at you, Ebchar, because they hate tieflings. But, they're being civil. And it might have been your birthday, but we hate you, so we haven't got you anything. well, here's it. And they actually know. Hang on.
It's not an adventure, it's real life.
A lot of people
Okay. Gundren flicks you a gold piece, buy yourself a drink. So that's your present, I
Dwarves
suppose.
are generous.
And they all turn back to you, Torek, and go, huh. Well, here's your present from all of us. And they bequeath you a small box. There's a nice little bow on it. Okay. And it just says,
How did you do
it says T. T on there. T for Torek.
See, that is on the box.
It's on the box, yeah. And then
My friends got
they say thank you. They bid themselves adieu, and then kind of like moles are like and tunnel their ways back through the hole. And Tierra, to your relief, they kind of fill in the hole as they leave, which is you're just very happy about it. And right, so the table where you're all sat is by the window. Now tell me, who are the two that are sat by the window, and who are the two that are sat by the kind of like bar area?
I'm at the bar.
You're at the bar.
I'm by the bar.
You're by the bar.
I'm
You
tending.
need to keep a...
You need to keep an eye on Clarence the kobold, because we've ascertained how much of a bastard he is.
I'm supposed to
I'm
work.
so-
You still got business, so
Yeah.
I feel it.
I'm a
you could have done worse.
I feel you're there maybe like tuning up an instrument or something.
I'm sulking in the corner because everyone forgot my birthday, clearly.
Yeah. So I feel it would be Ula and Persh. In that case, would both of you roll for me a d20, and could you do a wisdom perception check for me?
Oh, my sheet is upstairs.
well, while you're here.
Is it on the sofa?
Oh, no, it's here.
Oh, 11. I've got 0 wisdom. That's fine.
That's fine.
I got 11. I got 2 wisdom and 4 perception.
So is it when
Oh,
you've
where's
got
perception?
where it says perception, you've got +4.
Yeah.
So that's fine. You just add +4 to it.
Where's perception?
So it's the little sheets.
Have I still done this?
It's fine.
Yeah, I got wisdom. Where's
So
perception?
those ones there.
Oh.
So if you've got
Oh,
what
0.
that's fine.
Changes nothing.
So you've actually rolled a 14.
Ah, perfect.
Or a 15.
50.
That's fine. Okay, Persh, you don't notice it. You're just drinking. Actually, what are you all drinking? What would you like to be drinking?
Blood.
Okay, Ebchar's drinking a vial of blood.
My own blood.
A vial of his own blood mixed with Carlsberg.
Circling round.
Tierra is drinking.
I feel like I'm drinking some sort of homemade like hangover cure.
You're drinking a Bloody Mary. You're drinking a Bloody
that's
Mary.
it.
Okay.
Some fine elvish wine.
Elvish wine.
Mm. I want the Elvish wine.
Elvish wine. Okay.
I want the Elvish wine.
That's fine. So you're too busy drinking your Elvish wine. Ula, you, however, you neck back your Elvish wine, just ready for Torrek's next round, and you look kind of not vacantly, but absent-mindedly. You don't actually have to drink it. He drinks this all. And
No, nothing.
hey, club,
Neck it.
I am not necking this.
That's good.
And you see a small bird.
Oh.
Not viciously tapping at the window, but rather insistently, like tapping at the window, like repeatedly, over and over and over and over.
What that message I'm waiting for?
Are you waiting for a message?
Yeah.
So, did you open the window?
Yeah, I'll open it.
Cool. The bird does a little kind of cool figure of 8 around the table, and it sits on one of Ebchar's horns.
I'm not sure after what this
Yeah.
And you hear from it, "Hi guys," and you recognise the voice of Bryn.
Oh,
fair
it's a
point,
bird.
yeah.
Bryn, to give you context, had been out drinking with Tierra last night on the Dragon Chess winnings. The reason Betty's character Tierra is quite hungover today is because she's won big on the old cards against the gnomes that frequent the pub. And she's feeling a touch worse for wear today. Bryn, as an elf, is meditating off her hangover upstairs in the room that she's renting from you in the pub. And this is the kind of... You okay, hon? You okay?
It just disappeared.
Okay, and the bird starts speaking again in Bryn's voice. Hi guys, it's not actually me. This is a bird. It's one of my spells. I can do this to
Good
animals.
clarification.
Just in case you got confused.
Second then.
I'm just really hungover. I'm chilling though. It's fine. Hey, did I just hear some dwarf singing "Happy Birthday"?
No.
Yeah, boy. You're not part of this conversation, fella.
I don't think
To you four.
No, I didn't hear anything.
If she's not here, you know, how is she going to hear it?
I'm too hungover to care.
I'm pretty sure I heard some dwarf singing "Happy Birthday." I can speak 6 languages. Oh, you can roll for it if you like.
You're going to lie to her.
Okay, who wants to lie? Who wants to lie to her? Okay, can you roll for me? Can you roll for me? Charisma performance. So it's a D20. If you've got.
I have got a +7 performance.
Oh God! Right, roll a D20 for me.
Go.
6.
Okay, 6 plus 7.
11.
Okay.
Is that?
Why do I
13.
I've rolled a 12.
Look at me.
I have rolled a 12.
What is your degree?
Bryn's animal messenger bird knows you're lying to her and shits
Wait,
on
I
her
got
horn.
13.
I thought you rolled 12. I'm sorry, 11.
No, I
You
was
said.
going to add 6 and 7 together.
I thought you said 11.
No, it was actually 13.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
Successful lie.
Yours, I did it again.
Okay, the animal messenger looks at you two because it wasn't it? Cool. I think we should do something for him. She shits on Lewis's other horn in response to this.
We're going home.
So Lewis has got 2 shitty horns right now. You do. Someone has a spell, by the way, that can clear this up. If anyone looks at their spells, if anyone's got prestidigitation, they can clear up Lewis's shitty horns, but they don't. They don't have to if they don't want to.
They might come in handy later.
Yeah,
Potentially. I think we should do something for Torr-Wreaked. You know, it's his birthday. He's old. He's so old.
You might die soon, to be
He
fair.
could die. I think he needs a cane. Why don't we throw him a party?
I'm down for a party for any reason.
Party.
Party.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lied. I'm only turning 238.
238. You're so old. You don't know what your birthday is. Okay. Right. Here's the plan. Get him here. Get him here still, and then we all sneak into town. And get him all bits and bobs, and we'll go in 2 separate groups.
Should I put my hands on my ear?
That's fine, don't worry. You're at the bar, so you don't hear any of this, okay? You're still speaking to Clarence at the bar.
Okay.
It's fine. And, the bird looks at you two. Guys, you guys sneak off. It's fine, we'll distract him.
I'm quite interested, intrigued.
We like to go shopping. We like a shopping trip.
I like sneaking.
Okay. So you're a bard. So you can find him a birthday song. You find him a special birthday song. And maybe like some balloons and some cake or something.
I know.
So you two sneak off and find those, okay? And you two quietly sneak out of the pub. It's at this point, Torr-Wreaked comes back to the table with a full tray of drinks. He goes, where is everyone?
Where is everyone?
Where is everyone?
Yeah, you got
I thought it was my
No
birthday.
Based on real life.
You don't know that they know it's your birthday. They were singing in Dwarvish. So you know it's your birthday, they don't know it. You don't know that they know it's your birthday. You get me?
You don't know that. Yeah, okay. Oh, because the three
No.
helped us know.
Yeah.
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 'Cause we don't
And
know.
Ula knew as well. Ula knew, but
No one stole us. This is weird.
yeah. So you've been told by Bryn and Ula that it's his birthday, and you're making a surprise party for him. Can Tierra and Ula make me a charisma performance check, just so you can determine how good the lie that you tell Torr-Wreaked is about where
Goes well.
Ebchar and Persia are.
70.
I got 19.
That's solid.
Get some coke.
Excellent.
Yeah. We know I'm really happy.
Right, okay. So you, Tierra, look him dead in the eye. You know, I think they're just helping me with some of my pub stuff. You know, do you want to? Will you help me with some of the pub stuff, Torr-Wreaked?
I'm too busy actually. I have a business to run myself.
Oh, come on! She's been letting you stay here for free.
He's got 7 points. He's gonna have to drink them all.
Yeah.
She's charging you half price for these pints. 2 pints of elven wine, which is
Well, if
really
we're-
high percent.
If we're talking money and discount, I'm gonna stay.
My blood.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, right, that's fine. So, what is going to happen is I would like you, Torr-Wreaked, to roll for me a D8. Actually, no, sorry, roll a D6 for me.
What?
Hmm?
Like this?
Yeah, just roll a D6 for me and tell me what number you get.
5.
Cool, right. Tierra, you have concocted in your head for rolling really well then.
Thank you.
You've come up with a couple of things that you genuinely need doing around the pub.
Okay.
You just haven't done them because they're just not fun tasks.
Yeah, okay.
But you're thinking in your head now, this is the perfect chance to distract him while you and Ula sneak off. Would you like to know what the tasks are?
What, do you already know what the task is?
I know what they are, yes,
Oh,
because
right.
I've made them up, see?
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
Cool, so there's something in the attic that needs sorting.
Yeah.
There's cleaning in the basement that needs sorting.
Never go basement.
And at lunchtime, we were talking about the gnomes earlier. The gnome rush from the logging in the woods, and all the gnomes come into the pub. So Clarence will need help on the bar. So what would you like to give him first?
Make sure the bathroom.
On the attic.
You want the attic sorting first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the attic.
Tell him.
You need to go and help clear out the attic. Because I don't like doing it.
Yeah,
There's something up in the
There
attic.
is something up there that needs sorting.
You You know that I would love to go up the attic, but the ladder is too. The stairs of the ladder are too high for me. I can't
You're not a
climb.
small dwarf. You're like 5 foot something.
I'm 4'9".
Okay, well, yeah, you're like
4'7".
Georgina's height. It's fine.
Should we send it to a
I'm
meeting?
4'7".
She's 500 kilograms.
She could bench like
That's yours.
12 of me. Okay, so Torr-Wreaked.
So I have to say yes to everything.
Okay. For the moment. She rolled really well. You can't really. Well, I mean, you can dispute it if you want, but.
5.
Huh?
I rolled 5.
That's not.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that was just for me. Don't worry. That'll come into play later.
Okay.
That'll come into play later.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's all.
I guess I'm gonna clean the attic if I still have my discount.
Okay, right. So you go on upstairs through to the roof of the pub, and that's where we'll leave you for now. At this moment, Clarence the Kobold comes over to you two. He's like, "All right, boss."
I hate Clarence. The last time I said
He
Clarence,
sniffs
the
and
better.
smells Persia's scent and pisses in her general direction.
I'm having.
What's going on? Where's everyone going?
Oh no, I'm not telling Clarence.
He's
that.
not invited.
Oh,
Don't tell him.
I'm not telling that.
What party?
You want to come there?
There is no point.
Whose party is it?
No.
Is there a party? Can I do shots? Am I watching the pub again, boss?
Quite funny if he does come.
Can we kill him?
Yeah, let's,
Oh,
Can we
let's
just
get
whose
him
party is
wasted. Get him wasted and fuck him up.
Whose party is it?
Yeah.
I don't think Clarence can
Invite
keep a
him.
secret there.
No, Clarence can't kill
I can keep a secret. I know loads of gnomes. They're gossipy bitches.
He does know some information.
He does.
Whose party is it?
We tell him.
I don't want to.
No, I'm not telling him.
That's going for right.
We could ask for a secret for a secret.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Secret
Okay.
Secret bar.
Secret.
Secret
All
bar.
right.
Secret bar. Secret. Secret bar. Secret.
Okay. Whose party is it then?
We need his secret.
Yeah, your secret first.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
A secret.
Good point.
What do you want to know? How many girls I have?
What are you?
I'm a kobold. It's not a very good secret. Now, whose party is it?
I'm in the attic.
I was going to offer some help.
It could be
I'm
useful.
not here. Apparently, where have we gone?
You guys are on your way to town. You guys are on your way to town.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, is it the one that's just gone upstairs?
Party hard.
Yeah.
It's the one that's gone upstairs, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool. I'll keep him distracted if you like.
Sure.
What are the other jobs you want him to do? You're getting him to do the thing in the attic, aren't you?
Yeah.
Ew, what's
Oh.
that?
Yeah.
Good luck to him. Right. What other things?
Basement.
Something's going on here.
Yeah.
Basement needs to.
Yeah,
Clarence
that's
is
Oh
fine.
no, I don't like
I hate
it.
Clarence.
What else?
Club him.
I
I feel like Clarence is
Tierra probably shanks Clarence.
You can attack Clarence, can't you?
If you want.
Yeah, can we just kill him off?
So,
Who's gonna tend my bar?
True.
He's my one member of staff.
The other regulars like him.
Why?
I said that in Clarence's voice, but like I was meaning that as an aside. The other regulars
Yeah,
like him. There are
Clarence
other.
is
You guys aren't the only ones in the bar. There are a few other characters. There's a few of the regulars. You've got who else is in the bar? Let me see. You've got I know. You've met a couple of them. Ula, you know a couple just from playing Dragon Chess with them. You know Brask. He's in the half orc ranger that's currently in the bar. There's a few other characters, one of whom none of you know. There's Aris. Yeah, you do. You know Aris, the elf adventurer. You know him. And Torr-Wreaked is very familiar with Hormia, who is blind. Hormia. Yeah. He's a blind dwarf fighter.
Fight how?
he fights dwarf or is a...
No, he doesn't fight dwarf. He's dwarf,
Okay.
and he's a
That's
fighter. He'll fight anything that breathes. He's very old and very racist. Right. Okay.
He hates elves.
Okay.
Anyway.
So if you want, Clarence can keep Torr-Wreaked busy while you guys sneak off in town.
Yes. Please do that, but you
Oh,
cannot
can he?
tell Torrek about the party.
That's fine. That's fine. Shall I tell him to like, come into town later or like?
Just gonna fuck it up anyway.
Yeah.
Where is the party? Is it in town? Is it here?
We will give you more details.
When we
Yeah.
know.
But I'm not going to be with you.
Yeah.
I know.
How's the plan?
Correct.
he hears a voice on the wind of a very snarky tiefling.
That party will be at the pub.
They do black rubbers.
That's fine. So
That's
I'll get him to go outside, and you will come in and set up.
Too chewy, I think.
Get him to mop the roof.
Oh, I can sweet. I'm allowed not to like.
Mop the roof. I'll add that to the
Even
list.
it's raining.
Okay, cool. Right, I'll keep him busy. And then on that note, Clarence grabs Elderflower, who is she's a gnome that is generally does tables in the pub. She's like, Elderflower, you're up, and she is delighted at this. She's wanted to work the bar for about 25 years.
Her career is up.
There's a gnome called Elderflower.
Oh, the gnome's called Elderflower.
Yeah, there's a gnome called Elderflower.
I thought someone was drinking Elderflower or something.
No, just Elderflower. So she's minding the bar. Clarence is going upstairs, and you and Ula leave for town. Okay, we'll cut to Persh and Ebchar. I think. You guys are walking through the town, the nearest town, which is Flandir. It's a nice kind of bustling town.
Wales.
Flandir. There's a decent amount of people around, all kinds of different races, all kinds of different shops. There's a couple of buskers out on the streets. It's a lively town. You've all been here for a drink at some point, and you know it's good. And you go to the nearest pub you can find
Does it have
for
disabled
information.
Who's
It's got a couple of swords like in the wall
Nice.
on either side, and then it's got an iron bar going up through, so it's kind of like two bars on either side of the entrance. So for any people injured in war, you can kind of get up there quickly on the syringe. It's a pub.
It's nice to know they thought about their patrons.
It's a pub called the Damp Balrog, and the sign
I don't
is
want
just.
I'm not sure anymore.
It's the sign is just it's a big wooden shield shape with a black cloud above it and a heavy downpour and a really sad looking Balrog with no fire on
That's
it.
not part.
Just sort of sat there like this.
Why are we here?
You're going here for information.
It's like a bit of a downer.
So where were the two shops that Bryn's message asked you to find?
Is this place up down? I don't want to go in.
I don't think
You two aren't there yet. Don't worry.
I don't know the answer.
Were you not listening? It's fine.
Yeah, what we need.
yeah, what you need, what you need,
sorry.
what do you need?
I'm buying balloons.
I thought
You're buying a flower.
No, it's fine.
I don't
You
know.
just kind of need to know what you're getting, and then you can ask for information.
Where would I buy balloons, please? And a cake.
Who are you asking? The
I'm
barkeeper?
asking the barkeeper.
Okay. The barkeeper is a human.
Oh.
The barkeeper's a human guy,
Ew.
and he looks at you kind of funny. He was Dragonborn.
Yeah, and what?
Don't see many of you around these parts.
That's not what I
We're
meant.
racist territory.
That's fine. What do you want to know? It'll cost you the mind.
For information.
This was diverse
Just
town.
get out of the way.
I'm slightly.
Dragonborns.
My
As a
D&D.
it's not racism. It's
Oh.
Sounds like it's
It's not. The only person that people are genuinely racist to here is Ebchar. Like, genuinely. People hate
Worse,
tieflings.
no?
People like dragon... This is like a general aside for the world of D&D. Like, elves, dwarves, humans, sort of orcs, really, half-orcs, are generally very well accepted. Dragonborns are highly regarded. They do a lot of heroic work, but they're just quite rare.
Dragons are quite cool.
And then tieflings are like also rare, but they're the opposite of dragonborns. They're like, people don't really like them. They look a bit like devils. They find them kind of scary. Like how most people, yeah. So most people kind of like regard like dragonborn are kind of like unicorns. Tiefling are kind of like spiders. People don't really like spiders. You know what I mean? Of course you mind. You'll have to buy a drink first, but yeah, I'll tell you anything you want to know after that.
Okay. How much is the drink?
2 silver piece.
What a wager.
How many silver?
Whoa, what kind of ranger are you thinking, stranger?
If I kill you,
No.
we take
You even joke about that again, my tiefling friend, and you're barred. Tell me. Do any of you play dice?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
we-
do, and
we
I'm very
all
good
play
at it.
Ah, well, I'll tell you what, if you want to wager, my friend, you beat me at dice, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Play that dice.
Okay, right.
Gamble.
Who wants
I was
to-
like, what drink do you want?
Who wants to,
double the price.
I can find a table.
yeah, it's double or nothing. Right, okay, who wants to gamble with the barkeep? Which one of you?
Hey,
Yeah,
Okay.
scores.
Right, do you have like what games do you have proficiency in? Is it dice? Or is it
I
cards?
hope so, because I have those.
On like the second or third page,
Yeah.
you should have kind of like a list of skills that you have.
I'm still in the attic.
No, mine's cards.
These are all happening simultaneously, so we'll get to you next, okay?
No, I thought so. I thought so.
I have it somewhere. I have a dice set. Does that mean I'm good
Yeah,
at dice?
that means you are good at dice,
I
yes.
have a dice. That's fine. Are you good?
Right. So, where is it? It should just be. No, it should be in here. You are not proficient in any
Oh,
dice.
God.
Oh, so me then.
Right.
Is it because I've got a dice set?
You've got dice set there. Yeah, tools, dice set. There you are. So you're good at dice.
Okay.
Okay, right. So
My
what
turn.
we're gonna do? So Percy, you rolling for it?
Yeah.
Right. What I want you to do is to roll a
In real life,
d10.
I'm not good at
Roll a d10 and roll it twice, and you pick the
In real life, I'm not good at this.
you pick the highest result from the two d10s. Okay.
There's two. Oh, yeah. No.
No, you just roll it again.
Oh.
That's a D12, by the way. So it goes up to
So d10's this one here.
Yeah.
The little
I
diamond shaped
have
one.
it. Thank you. 6 and then one more. Go.
Yeah, one more go.
That's the wrong dice.
Oh, what is it then?
It's the one you've just rolled. It's this one here, the
I
diamond
did
shaped
that
one.
one again.
That's
Hey.
a D12.
That's this one, G.
Oh.
Your diamond shaped die.
Leave me unbroken. 8.
Okay. Okay.
0.
No, that zero's a 10. That's a 10.
Zero's a 10.
That's a
Oh.
crit. Crit. The barkeep has.
Shit.
He's shitting.
The barkeeper's rolled a 7. So.
Hey,
Oh,
boo!
Ah. All right, my friends. What are you drinking? I'll tell you what you like to know.
Elvish wine. I'm
I'm
on
on
it.
a pint of wine.
Pint of my blood.
Pint of
please. That'd be
wine,
good.
blood wine. We've had a fresh batch of that.
Yeah,
in.
batch
And he
of
goes
wine.
to the tap and he pulls out this is the most horrible looking pint that you've ever seen in your life, but it is blood wine.
What was that?
And he he uses a knife to kind of like do the
Fresh.
topper, and he puts some blackcurrant in the top to make it go down a bit sweeter. He's a good barkeep, this guy. Now, my friends, what would you like to know?
Wait, what did we roll?
I want to know where the blink shop is, but I don't feel like word. Where can we find the best things to throw a party?
Yeah, we're throwing a party.
Well, what were you wanting? Were you wanting decorations? Were you wanting food? Were you wanting music? What were you
word.
wanting?
We want
Everything.
everything.
Yeah, it's a big boy party.
Big party.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
okay.
238.
Good
We've
memory.
got those balloons.
Good memory, man.
A boy only turns 238 once. in his
Well, I
life.
think your first port of call would either be... Oh, let me think. You'd either be...
Where would be the first ports of call?
You got the whole idea.
You'd have to be either Pratchett Shop. Pratchett Shop. He's a wizard. Or maybe... No Place Like Gnome. That might be a good...
I feel like we'd be able
That's
to get
run by
fireworks.
Gazu.
Yeah, true. We've got some
That'd be a good finish,
spooky,
you know?
spooky spells.
No.
Basic.
What is?
If
I
the
actually
boys
wrote
shit
down the
till then,
names of
fireworks
the.
are gonna blow
And
up.
everyone's like, clap, 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 you're going to guitar out, everyone has a good
Exactly. I think we need to focus on these.
Yeah, you'd either think Wizard Pratchett's Emporium of Musics or No Places Like Gnome. Now, the first one is run by a Wizard Pratchett, as you might imagine, whereas No Place Like Gnome is known by a very conniving little gnome named by Gazu Reese. Good player of cards, very bad liar.
I'm gonna go to the wizard shop.
Yeah, wizard shop.
You go to the wizard shops first.
Can we take a quad bike? Because I've got vehicles.
You can't.
You got a quad bike.
He hasn't got a quad bike. He's got proficiency in land vehicles.
I've
So
got
that's
land
like
vehicles.
No, it says
Like a
my
car.
tools are a vehicle.
So have I got.
We're gonna take a quad bike.
Good,
You
go.
can.
Quad bike.
You don't have a quad bike. You can take, if you like, you can take. Let me think. You can take a. You can take a quad. Carriage. So
4 carriages.
it's 4 carriages together, pulled by 4 ox.
And it can off road, yeah?
It can off-road. It's got really big wooden tyres, and they're really thick as well. It's got an AC of 20.
Hey!
No, it's land vehicle. It can be horse.
Huh?
Just gonna zoom there.
We are zooming.
An ox.
Flying.
It's pulled by oxen.
Sorry.
No, you're not here,
I thought.
Torek.
So concerned.
You're not here, Torek.
These are the 4 fastest ox in the land.
That'll be it.
And they're cutting through the centre of
They're cutting
Flandria.
through
Before you
people,
know it,
children.
you
We got parties in hand, just gonna have
you
some-
get to outside of the Wizard Pratchett's shop,
Hey, that's
which
what I wanna be.
actually requires a new change of music.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I've just about got to grips with how to do the music now. I'm really happy.
Is there set playlist per story?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So you go inside, and it's a little bit like
Sorry.
that's alright. You know the ballad, the famous ballad, the Ballad of Harry Potter. The Ballad of Harry Potter's
You know
wizard's his best friend's house, the Weasleys, in that famous ballad that all bards know. It's like that. It's very high up, very rickety. There are kind of the odd book floating around.
Sick.
It's a little bit dark and dingy, but you feel like this is a very safe place. It's a place of knowledge. It's a good little thing, and
No,
it's not a million miles away. And then you knock on the door.
Yeah,
Okay, you knock on the door and enter, and the door very silently creaks open.
Sick.
Who did that? Was it you?
That was me.
Oh, sorry.
Was what who?
I
The
did
creak,
door.
I was like-
That one. Thank you, bro.
I was
That's right. Not right, man.
Yeah, you enter and you look around, and then you see in Wizard Pratchett's Emporium of Music, every single kind of instrument you can imagine. You've got lyres, you've got pianos. Ebchar, you are beside yourself with this. You're having the best time. And then all of a sudden, you just hear a little like, and out of nowhere in front of you, literally out of nothingness, a very old, very stereotypical looking wizardy guy appears. He's got a long grey beard. He's got a kind of like floppy smoking, like Turkish smokers' hats, like kind of like flopped down like that. Yeah, he's got a fez on. He's got a little black fez, little black velvet fez. He's got
No,
black
it's gotta be
velvet
red.
robe. No, black velvet.
You can't decide what he wears.
And he's wearing black velvet smoking slippers as well. He's walking around with what you think is a cane, using to support himself. And he looks you both in the face. Hello! I'm the wizard Pratchett. Are you? This is my shop. How can I help you?
Whoa.
He's very excited. He's kind of rocking back and forth slightly.
Ebchar hates him, I'm sure.
We're having a party.
I love parties.
I'm not invited.
It's been years.
My crippling gnome wine addiction is the reason I love parties.
Tweaking.
Yeah, what's he on? I want to
The
be
wizard
on
Pratchett immediately starts scratching
I
his
think we need it
forearms.
tonight.
Get some of this gnome wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
How can I help?
Gnome dust.
I'm the wizard Pratchett. Did I tell you this?
What are you selling under the counter, mate?
Yeah, what's on the black book?
His head does a complete 360.
Let us know.
What, were you needing an instrument for the party, or some music, or?
Oh, it could be nice to sing something in Dwarvish for his party.
That would be
Have you got any
lovely.
songs in Dwarvish?
Dwarvish songs, dwarf. He turns around and you just hear a as he goes to the counter.
We love it.
Yeah, you can go.
His
You know
pupils-
you can go.
His
Yeah.
pupils are now 5 times the size.
Obviously.
I hope this party's good. Dwarvish books, I've got those. And he goes like that, and then a few start kind of circling around you, and then kind of a ring.
Like it.
And there's about 12 books there. Who's gonna find the book on the music? Is it you,
I
Ebchar?
can't read it. Dwarvish, can you?
Nah.
It's fine, but you're a musician. You've got musicians.
True, I can't read
Yeah,
anything.
I will
Go
roll.
on. Roll and tell me what you get.
What will I roll in with?
D20, please.
11.
You rolled an 11. Okay.
Better than half.
That's fine. So you can see a few books, and just because you're very well travelled as a bard in the realm of Oros, you can recognise a few of the covers, and you know, even though you can't initially read the title, you know you can read the songs inside because you know the songs. You just need to see the notes, and you're fine. And you recognise there's a band Bar's Tale that you see. There's a band of Tabaxi cats.
Cool.
There's
I don't know. Sounds cool.
Sorry.
It's fine. There's a band that you know it's just a few like ragtag music, the Kings and Queens Juice, and then you see one, and it's got slightly gilt edges in silver, the edges of the book, and it looks very old, very wizard. It's by a band you know very well, Macwood Fleet, and they. By the way, all of those bands were puns on actual bands, so
I only got the last one.
that's
I only got
fine.
the last one too.
That's fine. And what do you want to do? You've noticed all 3 of these books that you know. Which do you go
What do the
for?
books look like?
Well, Macwood Fleet's, you know, is full of dwarvish songs of cheer that you hear most in revelries and in halls. It's kind of like a battered leather cover. It's got a strap across it. It's got the gilt silver edges, almost like this actually. So imagine like this, the edges of this book, but silver. That's what it looks like. The Bass Tale one, it's got kind of like very popular songs in the capital. You're not a very big fan of them.
No, that's not the vibe. That's not a party vibe.
And King and Queen Juice, it looks fine. It's got a couple of you can tell it's a second hand book. It's got a couple of stains on the front cover, which if anything sort of adds to its charm. And it's got a very, very, very battered cover. It's got quite a few popular songs on it, but you know.
I want a song that none of us have ever heard before. I want to rock the boat.
Okay, so which book do you go for? You go for Macwood Fleet, King and Queen Juice, or Bass Tale?
Well, the first one you did sounded a lot nicer. You know?
Macwood Fleet.
Yeah, Macwood Fleet.
Okay, it's like.
I think so.
You asked Wizard Pratchett for that. I'll have this one down. Okay. He starts floating slightly off the ground and he grabs it out of the air. He gives it to you.
Johnny, fucking hell.
Now, this will be 5 gold pieces. It'll be 3 though if I can come to the party.
God, you're already invited.
Yeah,
so,
what do you think? A good crack.
Wizard Pratchett then has small fireworks come out of his ears. He's incredibly excited. He goes,
Where is it? Never mind, I'll find you.
and he disappears with another.
I haven't had the owl bear.
For free.
He's gone. He'll find
He didn't even
you.
take my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was too high.
He's high on. He just loves the party. So now both of you have got the book and you're on the way to the
Can
balloon
we
shop.
search the shop for more items?
If you like, go on roll for me real quick.
Yeah, I want to find the biggest fuck-off book there.
Okay.
Bound in like chains, you know.
It could be a present for the party.
Yeah.
An extra present, another book. You don't know.
Okay, roll.
I want like fuck off, like massive.
Could you
chains.
roll-
Can't read it, you know.
Could you roll a D100 for me?
D100, of course I can.
Oh my god.
80.
Did you roll the second part of it as well? Did you do the kind of second part? So you got like the 0 to 100, and then you've got the kind of other number. You got the
Is that a 1 to 10? I guess?
yeah 1 to 10 yeah.
84.
Okay, that's to be fair, I think you pretty much had that with the 80. You find a book that is actually in common. You can read it perfectly, but it's exactly as you've described. It's got steel covers end to end. It's got a chain going round
Locked by
the
5
entire.
padlocks.
It's got one padlock in the centre, but that padlock has a screaming face on it.
Oh, and then the key goes in the mouth.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly that.
Why?
It's Pratchett then back into existence.
It said that's in our 2-for-1 offer. You can just have that.
And he
sick, yeah.
pops away
That's a
again.
bargain.
So
2 for 1, we got 2 for 0.
Yeah, I don't think we paid.
you hear a faint echo from the roof of the shop.
Buy me a drink later.
Okay, do you leave the shop now?
Is there anything else
Yeah.
we can find?
We're done.
Not
I don't
really.
want to read
Not
it.
really.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
you
not
two
fine.
step outside the shop, and waiting opposite you in the street is a man. He's wearing a hood and a shroud, and he's staring at both of you, but directly at you, Ebchar, holding 2 daggers. And that's
He's racist.
and that's where we're gonna leave you guys for now.
He's racist.
Better years as well.
Torr-Wreaked,
His screen just comes straight away.
while this has all been happening, you've been climbing up the ladder at the Silver
Always.
Owlbear,
Fuck racism.
and you get right to the top of the ladder, to which you find the attic. Now, the attic of the Silver Owlbear is as thus. You climb up the ladder. This is not a problem for you. You have dark vision. There's no lighting up there, nothing lit. And there's a little bit of light coming through the trapdoor. It's a long rectangular room, and Tierra largely uses this for storing assorted alcohol up here. So you've got some barrels of ale. You've got some barrels of elvish wine. You've got some really good stuff as well. And you've got the first batch as well of the Goblin Carnage? Goblin Rampage that has been developed as well, which you've asked her to keep up here for safekeeping. There are a few bar stools and a few wooden beams going across the top. And in the centre of the room, on one bar stool, you can actually see 3 shapes.
3 shapes.
You can see 3 shapes. Could you roll a d20 for me? For wisdom perception, por favor.
It's okay. Brown.
2.
The wisdom.
Okay, you just see some shapes.
3.
Oh, it's a okay. And then you're kind of struggling to see what. Even with your dark vision, you're struggling to see what it is.
Yeah. Even if I have 3 eyes and dark vision, I struggle.
Yeah, it's a very dark attic, to be fair. You make a mental note to say to Tierra, like, you need some candles up in here. You just need to make this place more lit. If anything, it's a fire hazard. And at the bottom of the ladder, you hear a voice. Torr-Wreaked!
Oh, no.
You recognise it, the shrill, irritating tones of Clarence the Kobold.
You're
Yeah.
Are you doing the thing
Can I throw
for?
him something?
What would you like to throw at him?
The first thing I can access.
The first thing you see is a bottle of very fine dwarven rum.
You just crack his head open with some rum.
So
then.
do you
What
throw
you catch
it? So he's at the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
Do you throw it down the ladder?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
Crack him.
You crack him straight in the forehead,
Hey!
and you do 5 points of damage to Clarence.
Look, I'm focused, I can't see.
He's
Yeah,
like kind of
what
woozy
else?
at the bottom of the ladder,
You're grouchy.
and he's leaning against it. And he's like, "Watch out for the thing." And he's leaning against the ladder,
Who's
and
gonna
he gets
help you
conscious.
now you're fucked?
You turn around to where you saw those 3 shapes,
You definitely deserve it now.
Yeah, it's coming.
and the 3 shapes are completely gone.
Wish you had the run there.
No, he's thrown that down the stairs,
It's
man.
It's everywhere.
Oh my
All of a
God.
sudden,
I put myself.
I would like Vike to roll for initiative, as he feels 3 things converging in on him. So that's, could you roll a d20 for me, please?
What have you got in your attic?
Yeah, get rid of Oh, that's a good roll. Well done. Maybe.
Oh shit!
I'm invested.
Is it gonna? What?
What's that?
What was?
I was going again.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
You save.
So actually, could you roll me a wisdom
I'll,
perception check really quickly?
Inception.
Yeah, I was thinking of
Yeah, wisdom perception
Yes,
check
yeah,
really
we were the
quickly.
same.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, but
D20.
really, I
like
had
shit.
initiative, so I had -1, so it was 9.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
And here it's what?
Wisdom perception check for me, real quick. Yeah.
Sorry. Tanya.
Can I just say before he knocked Clarence out, Clarence wanted to help with this.
Yeah, well, fuck Clarence.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
We
That's
don't
fine.
need him. We need it.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'm
You
never
don't-
gonna leave this attic. I'm never
That's
gonna
fine.
leave this
You
attic.
don't see encroaching on you. You don't see. Where is he? You see the shape of a spider encroaching in on you, but it's far bigger than your average spider. It's the size of a small dog,
Oh.
and it's coming towards you.
My size.
And it's what's your armor class?
10.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not much.
It goes to bite you in the shoulder. But
Right.
the armor stops it completely, and you shrug it off and you throw it into the corner of the room, where it hits the wall, and in the cloud of smoke turns into a small imp,
Ew.
which cackles at you.
Kill it now.
And imps are kind of little.
Like a fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very chaotic fairy, and you clock. This must be what Tierra
Like
meant
green skin.
when she sort of wanted me to sort out the attic, and it cackles at you, and it goes back into the shadows again.
Oh.
Now you, Torr-Wreaked,
Okay.
you've now come across into the darkness,
Yeah.
and you can see the other 2 shapes. There's one on the far beam, and there's one on the close beam
Okay.
of the attic. You can't see where that one that just attacked you is gone, but you're aware of 2 other shapes.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I think I need to Yeah, I need to throw a cloud of daggers.
Okay, right, that's fine.
Clear the-
What's the spell save on Cloud of Daggers? Is it 13?
What is that?
I can check for you if you like.
I don't have it, man.
It's fine. It'll be on there, but it's a little bit tricky to see, I think.
We've got one book.
Yeah, 2 books are free.
Yeah.
We know how to
We've
hang
got
or
a song
bind.
and a mystery book.
We just need the
What
drugs
is
that the
inside
wizard
it?
was
We
on.
need the drugs.
We need the drugs.
Maybe you could get that crazy.
I'm gonna
wizard
die
that
for the
not
party,
much
so
for you
don't
to
bother.
try.
True, yeah, if we have a drink, you
When
might
he's
do it.
like off his head.
You might even know him, you know, wizard to wizard.
Yeah.
Cloud of
Wizard
daggers.
community, might be weird.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you can just do that. That's
Yeah,
fine.
there's a
Okay,
plot twist.
that's fine.
See you in years.
Right.
It's just because I just want to hear Jeremy Clark.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
relax.
Would you like me to roll the damage for it because it's 4d4s?
I can do it.
If you like, yeah, you can do it.
4.
4d4s.
Come on.
It's the top one, isn't it?
It's the diamond shapy one. Yeah, so it's the top one. Yeah.
1,
Okay,
4,
so that's 5,
3,
8. Yep.
2.
9, 10. Okay. You raise both your arms above your head, and your third eye starts to glow. What colour does it glow? Like purple? Red?
Yeah.
Okay. Purple. It goes purple, and then you kind of feel all the sounds of the attic get sucked like out of the air. It's complete quiet. It's like a void, and a small
Peace at last.
purple portal appears between your hands, and you thrust both your arms forward, and just a stream of daggers flies out in a straight line, and you can just hear like as they're like thumping into the wall, thumping into the wall, and thumping into the two blackened shapes that are in the attic, and they fall down. One is a raven and one is a giant rat, and they fall down to the floor with daggers just in them, and like the spider that hit the wall, black smoke kind of clouds around them, and it reveals them two imps, but just completely impaled on daggers.
Fair enough, you know,
Yeah.
they deserve it.
They could have bitten you.
They could have been nice, but you never know.
That's
We
fine.
don't like
Me
this.
first.
Now-
Yeah, we're like, bye.
Well, they were an infestation. I think you wanted these boys gone. You wanted these boys
Could
gone.
just anyone it is.
Okay.
We are like
I
Cluedo.
see them all.
We
You
stab
killed two of
everyone
them, there's one left.
upstairs.
Ah, okay.
Baby.
Let's see the
I'm them upstairs.
And that one goes to bite you, and it doesn't beat your armor class. It goes to poison you with a bite of its fang. It's now an imp. It goes to crunch on your arm, and you just shake it off, and you fling it into the wall.
Yeah, I don't.
And at this point, your present that you received from Gundren and Torrin and everyone, you can feel you've put it in your kind of jacket pocket.
Yeah.
It's kind of like rattling around a
In my
little
robe.
in your pocket. And you're aware of it rattling around. And it's your turn again.
It's rattling.
Mhm.
So it's a thing.
Yep.
It's going like bling.
Yeah. It's like
You need the specific noise to have.
it's like that, rattling around.
I just need to know.
In your pocket.
What does
In
it
your pocket.
sound like?
And I'm poisoned. Okay.
You're not poisoned, no. It tried to poison you, but it failed.
Yeah, what if he died and we got all the parts
And I
he
can't
was
see
just
the
dead and we're like, surprise!
It's
and
in.
you know.
And that thing is
What a
rattling.
waste.
I think I need to open it.
You want to open your present?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So you open your present that Torrin and Gundren have given you.
Yeah.
And what you see is a very smooth oval stone with a singular dwarven rune carved in the middle and then written in common around both the edges in mirrored writing. It says... Yeah, well, so it's like mirrored, so the top is like forward and then the bottom is the same, but it's like reversed. Reverse. It says, to whom says mine bearer's name 3 times, aid I will provide. Both sides. What do you do?
Chugo would say what?
To whom...
So who's it? What's when?
What when who? To whom says my bearer's name 3 times, aid I will provide.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Who's
so
the
it's
bearer?
me.
Mm-hmm. You're the bearer
I go.
of the rock.
Torr-Wreaked!
And with a clap of thunder, a mirror image of you appears next to you.
Trippy.
And he's like...
I got it.
He looks at you, and so I guess he has a French accent. Hello, I am Rector. I am of the rock. I will aid you, my brother. And he turns to this final imp, and before you have a chance to even like say anything to him, he casts Eldritch Blast with one hand, and
that could have come in handy later. Like,
Yeah, but
wasted on this little.
yeah, but he said it was like.
Is it forever?
It was open. It was time to open it because
One
it
use
was.
item, just killed it in.
Is it one use?
It was rattling in my
No,
pocket.
okay, it's
fair
forever.
point.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have said it now because here I could have just used my axe and
Exactly,
smash the
yeah.
bastard.
That's where
and
we
you
were
hear
worried
like a
about.
kind of like almost like a noise of like this Eldritch Blast charging up, and you just as this purple, red, black energy fires out of this hand and just eviscerates this other imp. So much that it comes like kind of like a soot like splat on the side of the wall next to the elven ale, which you've been really
To
careful
eviscerate means to
Sorry.
skin someone. Like, literally.
Eviscerate.
Yeah, it means to skin someone.
Well, he dead.
The customers downstairs hearing this.
The
It's
customers.
just like bashing.
Let me think.
Yeah.
Well, it's Tierra. We've never really spoken about the Silver Owlbear before, but I can tell you about it if you like. The Silver Owlbear, as a pub, you after you went travelling around the continent of Oros and you came from a wealthy family, this is not a small pub. Like, this is a pub of many floors. So the main floor that is open is the ground floor where everyone tends to be drinking. You've got about 3 or 4 different floors above that, and then you've got the attic, and then you've got the basement underneath
You
it.
have rooms, don't you?
You've got rooms, yeah, you've got rooms where people board, which are the other 2 floors.
Okay.
I like the idea that from the outside it looks like a giant owl bear, you know? Yeah. With loads of floors in it.
It's kind of like the way I've drawn it. The way I've drawn it, it's like an octagon shape with an owlbear's face on one of the corners. Is how it looks. So it's like a big octagon building.
What a coincidence.
You can really dance. But yes, that's
Your
the.
daddy's money coming in handy.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not Mummy and Dad. This is your money. You've bought this place outright. This is your tavern, okay? And never tell yourself that this is not your pub, Tierra. And you have sorted out the attic problem. And Clarence pipes up. He goes, "They told me about the basement." He's just come out to consciousness. I think that's next.
There's something else I...
And then he falls back asleep again. And then we'll cut to Tierra and Ula. You guys have just got into Flandir. And
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you're all in Flandir now, but you're in separate bits. So you're in the main town square, and you're thinking to yourselves, what could we do for a party? And you walk past a shop called... Well, you walk past a few shops, actually. But the 2 that really catch your eye are the Ivy Vine and the Shop of Chop.
Right.
What are they?
So, from what you can ascertain from the Shop of Chop, it's almost like a kind of deli. Like, it's good. It's got plenty of different foods in there. But if you can look through the main kind of windows, you can see there's a big table in the middle with a lot of different cuts of meat on it. Possibly hence the name Shop of Chop. And the Ivy Vine, you can see, is almost like an apothecary style shop with rows and rows and rows of various different bottles and different liquids of all sorts of colours available. It's also a very bright shop. It's very green. It's a very cheery looking shop.
So what I'm hearing
Sounds
is...
great.
Yeah, I want to go. I want in.
Yeah.
Chop shop
Maybe
sounds scary now.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I bet they're racist there.
Yes.
We need to bring some magic.
You've had a
to
poor
that.
experience
Yeah.
in this town. I'm
I
sorry.
feel like
came to
I
I am sorry.
Yeah.
You know?
You've got food there, you've got alcohol.
Yeah.
Throw a party.
Yeah.
I reckon there's more excitement to be had in the
Yeah.
colourful bottle shop. We're burning off the charcuterie and going into the...
Okay, that's fine.
I'm hoping it's fine.
Okay, so you go into the Ivy Vine?
Yes.
The Ivy Vine is exactly how you imagined. It's genuinely beautiful inside. It's got really small gilt vines going round the top coving of the room.
Very nice.
Your brain
It's
is
got
amazing.
beautiful like ebony shelves with all sorts of different sizes of bottles. For example, like this,
Okay.
of all different hues. You've got green, you've got red. They're all different shapes and sizes. And at the centre of the shop, behind a small counter, you see...
Is this like the Ivy in Charlton?
Huh?
Just like the ivy.
Absolutely not, Ryan. I don't know where you get that idea.
That's so funny.
It's also not like that, Betty. Come on.
Yeah.
I have to draw from something, Jesus. You see a very stocky. You see a very stocky halfling with a small name tag saying, "Hello, my name is Portia."
Knocked on your door, right?
Huh?
Someone just knocked on your door.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, we will pause this for
I didn't
2
hear it.
seconds.
I didn't hear a thing.
Neither did I.
I've got ears like a magpie.
That's not a thing.
Respect the tower.
Move your foot.
Woohoo!
Oh, it's not, no?
Absolutely
any-
no one is there.
Like any good rock star.
Well, magpies don't have it.
Magpies aren't known for great hearing.
No, I know. I don't know.
Where's Betty gone?
Table.
Oh, hello.
No, I actually pinched you.
I swear, if I just drop my dice.
All of them.
No, just one.
Which one?
100. I would be racing for.
If it was the 20, you'd be
No,
fucked.
it would be. How can you
Don't even touch it!
Oops. Oh no, I don't want to rotate you.
Oh, I've got it.
Okay.
How
did
did
I
I
use
use
that?
that? Don't knock it off the table.
No, I just thought it went under your chair. Did it still your fault? Sorry about that.
I'll allow it this
That is fine. So you've gone into the ivy vine. It's warm and homely with greens and reds. It's got almost like a mezzanine
What's it
level
smell like?
at the top. It smells like cinnamon, and it smells like cinnamon. It smells like allspice, cinnamon, sugar. It just smells amazing. So you've got the base level of the shop, which you can see from the outside with all the shelves and such. But you couldn't see from the outside. It's got a mezzanine level with a bar there, and you've got another small gnome up there, and he's sort of mixing a couple of different cocktails. A gnome there, and he's just sort of chilling up there. But the main person you see is Portia, who is sitting in this kind of like centre of the shop, kind of surrounded by all these bottles and just loveliness, really. And she looks up at you both. Hello, how can I help you guys?
sounds fun.
What do you sell?
Well, my elven friend, we sell all manner of things here. Let me think. We've got potions, we've got elixirs, we've got all sorts of alcohol you can shake a stick at. It's really just a shop of fun. And behind her, you're instantly warming to her because she's got a stained glass window behind her that's kind of just letting in so much beautiful coloured light. So she's just sort
What
of,
the hell?
yeah.
it's some might say
Find it too. I'd like to.
some might say it's the complete opposite to Wizard Pratchett's shop.
Can we have steakers, please?
We've had very different days.
No, I don't want to sound like a broken bard, but what is it I can help with?
Well, we have a birthday party that we are planning for.
People are.
Want something
Going out for you.
different
Mm.
that nobody will be
Untouched.
expecting. I work in a pub, so I don't really need alcohol.
That's fine.
Oh.
It's not the one round the corner, is it?
The silver owl there.
No, that's the nice one. No.
That divey shithole around the corner there as well.
Christ, I've never even been there. It's just so off-putting. The damp something. Oh God, it escapes me now.
Barrel.
That's it, my elfin friend.
Moist power
No.
What? She says to the voice on the wind. Something about damp or moistness. It's just not very nice.
Agreed.
Now,
For the greater good.
for the greater good.
For the greater good.
Something special for a special friend. She looks at you, Tierra, with like a raised eyebrow. It's like a special friend, and
I'm not used.
you put a dagger into the table.
No.
No, and she sorry.
She's notorious.
She looks at Ula again, a special friend.
She hates men.
Oh, does Tierra hate all men?
Yeah.
That's
She does give me like
Don't blame
slight lesbian vibes, but I haven't introduced like that.
She has got fur shoulder pads,
You know.
so you know, definitely.
Yeah.
Does she have, I didn't know she had fur shoulder pads. That's excellent.
Well, if you paid attention to the chat, you just image.
I'm the only one that paid attention to the chat. Thank you very much. Okay. So she starts hustling and bustling around the shop.
And bustling.
Yeah, that's how it. She's very intense. She's a very thorough worker, and she pulls out 5 different bottles for you. Now these are all some of my most well received elixirs. I make everything myself, based on old halfling recipes. She eats a sweet, which is why her voice sounds kind of muffled.
Do you trust? Do you trust?
Now, I would like who's going to be doing the buying.
I feel like I've got. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm quite well to do, but then you're a bloody wizard.
Yeah.
Well, you can both roll for it.
I don't really have money.
Well, you don't.
I have.
But you've got smarts.
I don't believe
You can be the brains. You can be the purse.
I have quite a lot of money. Yeah.
Okay. So Ula, are you going to be doing the kind of investigation roll for it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like you to
You're
make.
okay if you want.
I'd like you to make for me, Ula. I'd like you to make for me an intelligence arcana check.
Like, no, I insist.
So if you look on the small thing, arcana +4. Yeah, right, roll a d20 for me and see what you get.
Come on.
The 7.
+4.
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
Uh-oh. What does this mean?
Right.
I've just been
Okay.
at the pub drinking, so I'm a bit.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh,
She gets out and then you're kind of like looking at them. Everything's a little bit blurry, and you pick the second from the left, and it's a very pretty looking bottle. It's a black glass bottle with a beautiful glass topper that's kind of in a teardrop shape, and it's got the black glass has got golden flecks in it. And you pick this one out,
I want it.
and you give it to Portia, and you ask, "Can you tell me about this? What's this one about?" A very good eye you have, sir. This one is just a potion of invisibility. Very potent, very strong. It can last for a very long time, as long as the user desires, of course, within 24 hours.
That could come in handy with a surprise party. We can all be invisible. And then we can all
Sick.
appear.
Surprise!
Be like, surprise.
Yeah, so are we buying gifts? Are we buying party favours? Is everybody drinking this? What are we looking for?
You just have an invisibility party. Everyone's just invisible.
Yeah.
Everyone's invisible, scaring the shit out of Torr-Wreaked.
Option 1. I want to hear more options.
Yeah.
Okay, roll again for me.
Who, me?
Oh, whoever wants to make the roll for it.
What was it?
Wisdom Arcana.
So it is an intelligence arcana check.
Oh god.
Oh, I do have +5 arcana.
Oh,
Saving.
6.
oh, right.
Wow.
You as well, madam. A very keen eye. This is an potion of strength. So this makes the bearer very strong when attacking people.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievably strong,
Potion of
some
strength
might say.
makes you strong.
Well, I feel like we could use both of these. I could gift one to Torr. I feel like he'd love strength.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah, I
could
feel
use
like
the
if ever a
invisibility.
joke-
He might need it after all his
Strength
chores.
Yeah,
Keep
I
him
think
awake
he'd
for
really
the
like
prize.
that as a birthday present.
Yeah.
Invisibility for the
It's
surprise
not a
and a present. Sounds banging.
Makes-
Yeah.
Super strength as a
Yeah.
present.
Yeah.
Imagine the fright he has when we're all suddenly not invisible.
Oh my
It's
my birth.
right in his face.
It's just a small tavern owner. Like, happy birthday! About an inch away from him. Oh, could someone pass me a nubbin of garlic bread, please?
A nubbin specific.
Yeah, nubbin specifically.
Nubbin specific.
Yeah.
Very good.
Should we just hit both of them?
If
Do
you
you want to
break
hear
the
more
pay.
options?
Nah.
It's not really okay. That sounds like your life.
This is getting too real, right?
Put so to myself in the character.
Now, what'll it be?
I reckon we'll take both unless there's anything else you recommend, but
Well,
if there's anything secret out the back.
Secret around the back.
I
Secret.
could spell them or something.
well, she looks at you with a kind of like cheeky, almost grin.
Yeah.
I know you said no alcohols, but all the alcohol we do is very special. Not only is it very strong, they all have magical properties. So what were you kind of looking for?
Let's get that.
Yeah. The
Wow.
strongest one you've got.
What powers do we get?
Well, it
I'm not
depends
here.
on the bottle.
Have a taste?
No samples.
And she wraps your fingers.
No.
Got Rory for it.
What's her name again?
Portia.
Oh, I thought it was
I
Tracy.
like Portia.
Her full name is Portia Hilltopple.
One of us asked for our date.
She winks at both of you.
What is this turning into?
Portia is a very
She
horny
might, yeah.
hobbit. Well, I mean, she wouldn't say no to a party invite, but it hasn't even come up yet.
The more the merrier, I'd say.
I
I
say.
feel like we've got a small group of friends.
All the town.
Now, this might be of interest, and she gives you this very so it's the same color as this, dark blue with a bronze topper to it, but it's very long and very thin. This
Everything about that.
is orcish alcohol,
They increased to the size.
known for its strength. You're both familiar with orcish drinks, Tierra, just because you are in the pub,
Yeah.
and Ula, you because you've encountered it on travels around the Persh.
Many a night on a
Yeah.
north.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You're both aware of how strong an orcish drink is, so you're both instantly kind of like surprised that she had something kind of niche there. They're not very common. This is a flame orcish drink. This will set anything on fire that the owner of the alcohol is holding. So if you drink it,
Oh, that sounds like a hazard to me.
If you drink it and you grab a paper, it will
set on fire.
If
If, for example, well, that's why it's a present. So, for example,
Every 6 centimetre of surface is
Portia looks at both of you, seeing your visible confusion, for example, and she pulls out her short sword, as meaning you no harm, obviously. Say I drag this.
I'm ready.
I drag this. Tierra instantly pulls out both of her daggers and her crossbow. Fucking cap you. No.
Oh, and your
No
She
need
puts
for
out her hands like
Tapping
that.
your ass.
Get me your ass, boy. I'm bolting your ass. She's holding the sword, and she takes another bottle of this orcish elixir,
Yeah, you drink it.
Bloody hell.
Go on.
and she drinks it,
shit.
shakes it off. He's like, "Whoa, strong." And she looks at her short sword very intently, and the blade of the sword sets on fire.
Wow.
This is the kind of property it will bring. Hmm?
That could be good if you like flame shots or something.
Yes. Flaming
Sambuca. Yeah.
Sambuca.
What do you think?
Yeah.
It's party
I reckon
essential.
we do invisibility
Yeah.
and this flaming shit.
Yeah. No strength.
Could do strength. Okay, yeah.
Should we go more?
1 for 4, 1 for a gift, 1 joy.
Yeah.
Freeze as well. And then
Perfect. That will be 10 gold pieces. Thank you very much.
Bloody hell, that's cheap.
Untype her.
I'm
3
saying
drinks
How much
with
gold have we
soup.
paid?
No idea.
You two paid 2 silver pieces for 1 book and also got a free book, and
I
you didn't
don't
pay
remember
anything.
paying.
Hey, he popped
So
off.
comparative to that, this is a lot of money.
Oh, if only.
I'm giving 12, leaving a tip.
Can we offer a discount if she can come?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good idea, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What's this?
Like, if you want to come,
Come where?
we're doing a pie.
It's
We're
me.
buying all this stuff.
Well, I'll bring a few bottles myself. And she rubs her hands. 10 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Fun.
Seems fair?
It's gonna be a battle
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
Right.
We just-
Well,
It's not my wallet.
Okay, so we've got
You
the.
don't know, and 4 invisible friends.
You're just inviting everyone you meet. So you've got the Wizard Pratchett, you've got Portia coming. Right, okay.
You racist
Yeah.
loud.
Speaking of-
I've got my purse.
No.
Okay, you hand over
Thank
all the
you.
coins and you step outside into the centre of the kind of square that you're in.
He's carrying all the bottles.
Yeah.
Ula is laid up with like a crate. He's
Yeah,
got
in the
a
hat.
crate in one arm of just like a load of different bottles, and in his hat he's got like the orcish one. At that moment, we actually cut to a few streets away. We're outside the Wizard Pratchett shop.
We've been shanked
Yeah.
for being
No.
the devil.
Ebchar and Persh are being sort of stared down by this strange man in a cloak, a hood, and 2 daggers staring at them. And he's looking at both of you, but specifically at you, Ebchar. He's looking at you.
What have you fucking done now?
You know what I've done.
You know what you've done.
Oh no!
You know what you've
Not
done.
I put a curse on your entire.
No!
He shouts at you, and I'd like both of you to roll for initiative. D20s, please.
I feel like you're a liability to be around.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my initiative?
Oh, wow, that's a 1.
It's a big square initiative.
Right, okay.
Big square at the top.
Oh, thank you. I will get. Oh, plus 1. I will, what do you want?
Plus
D20, thank you.
Thank you.
It was
13,
13.
8, 9.
Basically, in my time off, I started doing stand up. It was like a bit.
Well,
of a side-
are you saying this to Persh?
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. No, I'm listening.
Persh exclaims to you, "Why the shit is he attacking us?"
Well, basically, in my time off between the last adventure you went on, I took up stand-up comedy,
How could
And-
you have offended someone this badly?
and I might have cursed a heckler's family. You know, the entirety of their family.
With what? What happened?
With my tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean with the
What did you both roll?
9.
13. Oh, Ebchar goes first, actually.
Yeah. And
After you.
it was an unknown curse. I was that furious that I just muttered a load of syllables under my breath. You
Okay,
know,
Ebchar.
cursed his entire
So
family.
you say curse, what happens in the curse though? Like,
Ebchar, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing, man?
Forever.
Oh.
Forever.
Their whole life is
Forever, ever.
So they put a bounty on my head.
Forever, ever.
Forever,
Forever, ever. What are you doing to him?
Well, I'm gonna try call him down. No, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm like,
We all know that's not happening.
What weapon shall I use? I've got a disguise kit. Love it.
Give me up this guy's kid.
Well, I think I'm gonna use cutting words, you know? They weren't the first time.
Okay. Well, is this
He's
vicious
really
mockery?
rinsing it now.
Sorry.
He's just gonna heckle you.
Is this vicious mockery?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
right.
gonna mock you again.
Could you roll vicious mockery for me? So vicious mockery is should say on your sheet on the spell sheet. And the one underneath that. Yeah, it should say what dice it is.
WIS 13.
So that's for me. That's fine.
I thought you knew.
But
that.
next bit along from that.
Let's go with the vibe.
1A.
What is it? It's 1d8.
No, 1A.
Okay, right. Hang on. Let me show you.
Yeah, me too is 1.
You're on the correct page. Let me see. Right, vicious mockery is there. 60. Oh, to be fair, it actually
wait to
doesn't
read
say. It
it.
normally says on there. Right, that's fine.
Can't wait to read
Right,
it.
vicious mockery. I think it's just 1d8.
But you've seen your new weapons. You can do plenty
Uh,
of your weapons.
No way, you have axes. Do I?
Georgina, did you listen to my voice memos, by the
No,
way?
not today.
You needed to kind of listen to those.
Oh no, can I listen to them now?
You can run upstairs and listen to them if you
Yeah.
like.
Shit, I totally forgot
I
you
gave you the
guys
sheet and I told you.
Yeah.
Vicious mockery is
Weapon.
vicious mockery is 1d4, but you
Shit, I
you
didn't
did the
listen.
crit on it last time, which is why you killed that guy. That's fine.
I don't know what.
So could you roll for me 1d4?
I know that you have plenty of weapons.
Shit.
4.
Oh, could you roll that again for me, please?
3.
Perfect. Right. Okay.
7.
Is that 7 in total?
That is 7 in total.
Excellent.
4 plus 3.
Okay, so the assassin standing in the middle of the street just grabs his head and goes, "Ah!" as kind of psychic wards come down and start pressing in on his head, doing damage to him. He's visibly perturbed and quite jarred at this because he didn't see anything.
Yeah.
How did you mock him out of
I
interest?
said, listen here, you little prick. Don't be chasing after me. You know what? I cursed your entire family, but it's your own fucking fault.
He heard this.
So wind your fucking neck in for
he-
10 fucking seconds.
He heard this
before I
entire
kill all of your
exchange
family.
15 times at various different pitches coming into his ears, and it was just horrible for him. So much. Oh God.
It's horrible.
Well, that's that dice gone.
Yeah.
It's down that side, the other side. There you are.
Feel mocked.
He's got disadvantage now on all of his throws.
Good. You know, he deserves
Um,
it. Come to me,
He's trying to
hungry.
attack you with.
So the
Thank you.
PNG
Thank you, bro.
is important.
So he tries to attack you with his 2 daggers. What's your armor class, Ebchar?
My armor class is.
Not that. It's on the other page.
Is it on the first page?
13.
Okay, right. 13. He runs at you. He runs at you with both the daggers, and you're just kind of slightly caught off balance from just the way you were just really laying into him with that vicious mockery. And Persh kind of sees this. So at the very last second before he kind of like jumps into you with both of his daggers up ahead, she pushes you out of the way.
I am brave. I
Teamwork.
am
And
brave.
you escape any damage, which is now Persh's turn. So what would you like to do, Persh?
I would like to use 2 weapons at once.
Mm-hmm.
I can hold a great axe and a long sword. I can't.
This is why you needed to listen to the
I
voice
can't
memo.
hold a long sword.
So what the voice memo essentially said, 4, 3, 2,
Oh,
1,
two-handed.
0.
Let's say two-handed here.
Yeah.
I've read.
Cool.
So
Oh, there you
can I
are.
hold- Can I hold 2 hand
Yeah,
axes?
yeah.
Okay.
And because you're holding 2 different weapons, and
And
you
I'm
have
going to use one. Okay.
Yeah.
If I get it wrong, it's fine. To like swipe, and the other one to try and disengage. Like, can I use one to like remove
disarm him.
the disarm?
Yeah.
It's
So
like-
you know you've got like the 2 attack thing. So that's primarily for the great weapon. So you can do like 1/2/.
Okay.
If you're holding 2 weapons
Yes.
and you do 2 attacks, that's 4 attacks.
Oh.
That was what the voice memos were essentially saying.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. 1, 2,
Okay,
3,
I'll do
4,
4
5,
attacks.
6, 7.
That always sounds fun.
So you're attacking him 4 times with the hand
Yes.
axes.
Yes.
Right.
Nice.
Oh,
That's fine.
can I use bardic inspiration here?
Your turn has already happened, my friend Lewis.
Wait, it doesn't say that here.
Well,
We got the fine print.
It says, as a bonus
is it a
action,
reaction?
a creature other than you within
Yeah,
60
so-
feet can hear your gains and inspiration dice. For 10 minutes, the creature can add it to
Mhm.
one ability check, attack roll, or saving
So a
throw.
bonus action is something that happens on your turn.
Oh,
So you would have had to have done that on your
Well,
turn.
I wanted to help you there.
Thank you, because I saved you.
Sorry,
You're in my debt.
your hand axe is 1d6 plus 3. So that's quite a lot of dice. So I can do that for you if you like.
Thank you. Yeah. Go
So
for it.
d6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that'll be plus. Jesus, that'll be plus 12.
Strong.
Oh wow, that's 17 plus 12. Yeah, you've. So what you do, you. Okay, so you've pushed Ebchar out of the way.
Anytime, bro. Anytime.
You, out of the way of the assassin who goes by the name of Rykor, and then you kind of hit him in the shoulder with one of your axes. Then you hit him in the ribs with your other axe. He's kind of at this point like, oh God, really? Like he's bleeding fairly profusely, and he's kind of trying to like stagger off.
me wise.
He's like looking you dead in the eye, like baring his teeth, and he pulls out another dagger. And he goes to throw it at you. And before he does that, you get both of your hand axes above your head and hurl both of them at him, spinning through the air. You take both of his arms off,
Yes.
and he just falls down against the pillar and slowly bleeds out.
He came at me like he was an assassin.
He was an assassin.
You pick up both of your axes. You're safe to say you're both definitely out of combat at this point.
We're gonna play a song.
And then Ebchar plays the Smiths, dancing as he dies. Okay.
Keeps us together.
So chaotic.
Can we loot his corpse?
Yeah, sure.
What did we find?
Well, roll for me a d20.
D20.
Actually, I have to change the music because we're out of combat now.
2.
You find 4 gold pieces. Georgina, are you looting him?
I will.
I think
Go
we
on.
should, yeah.
You made my
characters. We have, haven't we? Yeah. I haven't even paid for the books.
I'll go back and pay you.
Like 10 gold down.
What am I rolling? Which one?
A d20, please.
19.
Oh, Jesus, right.
Yeah, you got full gold.
Okay, right, I'm gonna have to write this down.
What have we got?
You find on Rykor's body,
Cheeky.
you
Not
find
money, something more cool.
you find a couple of torches.
Boring. I rolled 19 for
You find a tinderbox.
Okay.
Hey,
You find 2 short swords,
Okay, now we're talking.
You find 50 foot of hempen rope.
You got that carrot.
You find
This is a bondage party.
you find a dart. A dart is a ranged weapon. So you find a dart.
A dart.
You find a bedroll,
What's a bedroll?
something to sleep on,
Oh,
and you find a written letter in a sealed envelope.
can I open it now?
Yeah, of course you can.
Open letter.
Okay, the letter just essentially describes Ebchar, and it's like it's like tiefling. It's very bare bones. Tiefling, bard, orangey skin, horns, incredibly annoying. Has ruined my family.
Oh, he was a bounty
Has ruined my
hunter.
family. Will be in Flandir today.
No mistaking.
You were bounty hunted. That's what you were. Was there a reward for killing him?
Yes, there was a reward.
Let's pretend
There was a reward of 50. There was a reward of 50 gold
wait,
pieces.
Wait, stop, everyone.
You got played dead.
Where is it? I've read it somewhere. Clothes, costume, disguise kit. Can I
Okay.
disguise the body as me?
I mean,
Hand it in for 50 gold coins.
Yes, please.
if you like, but you will
Yes,
still look like you.
woohoo!
Is the
Yeah, but they'll already think he's dead.
okay? So the
You're
thing
now dead in this universe to everyone else.
you think he has a twin? Like,
What do you mean?
You can't hand him in your saddle.
yeah.
I'll
I've got
hand him
friends,
in.
yeah.
Okay.
Fake your death.
There's no address on there.
Oh.
Dress? I've been wearing a dress the whole time.
No
Address.
address. There's no address on
Where
there.
he lives.
Jesus Christ. So you wouldn't really know where to hand it in, but you can certainly you can take the body if you like. But it means you'll be walking. It means you'll be walking around the town with a body over your shoulder.
No, we're gonna draw
And the
attention.
body would be the same as you.
Can you not just leave a note saying you owe
Male.
Well, you are outside the wizard's Pratchett's shop.
What can Pratchett do?
anything?
Pratchett's fucking high. Like he'll probably help you.
We're popping into Pratchett.
You've invited him to a
Right,
party.
we need some help.
Are you going back into the
We
Pratchett
need some
shop?
I
help.
need a hand here.
Okay, right. You go back into
We
Wizard
killed
Pratchett
someone.
shops, and
They
you just
clear my name.
with a small pop again. Pratchett appears with 2 bottles of Elvish wine in his hands.
I'm getting pre-drunk before the party.
Yes.
What can I help with? Another book?
I'm going to say, basically, we're in a bit of a pickle.
A pickle.
A pickle?
I've
A
got,
delicious pickle?
correct. I've got a proposal for you.
Oh, I haven't had one of those in many a moon.
You've disguised this dead body as me.
I haven't seen a dead body in a long time.
How?
Not since
Liar.
Beryl.
He looks off into the middle distance.
We need you to hand in this dead body to collect the bounty for us.
Who was the attacker?
So,
What was his name?
He was irrelevant. That's who he was. His
Wait,
name was
what?
irrelevant.
I look around the town for someone called Irrelevant, but I don't know
Well,
what
no, here's what we're doing. We're disguising him as me, who has the bounty.
So shall I... I'm
We
confused.
need you to hand him in.
he takes 2
Collect
really
the
big
bounty.
swigs of wine.
I know!
He puts his hands out and lightning kind of arcs between his 2 hands.
Yeah.
I'll put a poster of you in the square with a big cross through it
Yeah.
and say, dead, found at Pratchett's shop. And that way I might get more footfall.
Yeah, exactly, right? And
You're welcome.
He pops out of existence again. He comes back with like a keg of beer, drains most of it, throws it out of the window, and then is like,
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, and we'll split the profit with you 50-50, you know, for your help.
Oh,
30,
perfect.
33. We'll give you a third of the profit.
I'm really
Ah.
poor.
when
We'll give you 10 gold coins.
he looks at you and his eyes are just going everywhere.
When you have friends like these,
Burning.
you'll do anything to help
Thanks,
them.
bud.
Oh,
And then
Pratchett was
he
a good
walks to
shout.
you. He shakes your hand, Persh. He kisses you, Ebchar, on both of your horns.
They've
He
still got
grabs the
birds.
What was
body.
wrong with it? Yeah, the bird shit on.
He loves that shit, and he grabs the body, and him and the body pop out of existence.
Excellent.
And our gold coins?
Yeah.
We've got them now.
Yeah, you got them.
So
How
you
rich
can
are
have
we?
20 gold coins and I'm having the other 20.
Oh no, wait, is this the bounty?
Yeah.
No, you haven't got the bounty like instantaneously.
We should do.
I thought you meant the gold coins you looted from his corpse. Sorry.
4 gold coins. I'm like 40.
So he's kind of like off doing that.
We'll allow it.
Yeah.
We trust
I
him.
feel we can
No
cut
one's
back
seen
to
the party
Torr-Wreaked
later,
now.
so
Torr-Wreaked,
He's not coming in
sorted
without
out the
money.
attic
without the money,
problem.
he ain't coming in.
No money,
You've
no
climbed
entry.
back down from the attic. Everyone in the initial bar was actually very confused. They could hear kind of sort of bangs, smashes. They could hear 2 of your voice at one point, and then they just heard like a kind of noise and nothing else. And then you walk downstairs, and you've very graciously helped Clarence the Cobalt down the stairs, and you've plonked him on a stool. And you've after bottling him, I assume you only felt bad.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
it fell from the attic.
He fell. There was nothing I could do. And Rector, who was down there with you, he fell from the attic. And then,
Oh, he's still with me.
yeah, Rector's still with you. He goes, is there anything else you need from me?
Yes, I would like you to keep going on an adventure with me.
But well, let's do it.
Good.
So Clarence pipes up, kind of half out of his slumber.
I sit down.
Tierra told me, other than the attic, there was the basement and the bar that needed doing. Bar's not going to be busy for another half an hour. Let's just do basement.
And then he falls asleep.
I mean, you have high.
And you see a set of stairs going down to a cellar.
Okay.
I have no time for
I
Clarence.
slapped
Is he like
him
a
in the
pink
face
ranger?
to wake him up.
Clarence is this.
Yeah.
His gills kind of ripple.
Yeah.
His gills ripple like someone going, but it's just his gills doing that. Yeah, he's a Clarence is a fish man basically.
He goes, hello? Hey!
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
He-
Clarence.
He's awake.
Yeah, he's awake. Yeah.
Come with me. in
No,
the basement.
thank you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go on my own. I don't know. the
Well, you're
place.
with Rector as well.
Yeah, but still.
Okay, so you go downstairs and you can see a handwritten note from Tierra on the wall, and it's like a cleaning schedule almost, and it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like that kind of deal, and it's got a cross where it's been cleaned, and it's got nothing where it hasn't been cleaned, and for the last 4 days, just a bunch of nothings. All cross it.
No judgment.
No.
That's just
No.
Okay.
And you can see there's cobwebs everywhere, there's just dust, there's just rats like occasionally around. It's
Okay.
dark, it's damp, it's gloomy, it's just not great.
Oh my god.
My husband's
Well,
Yeah.
So at this point,
These are jobs you wanted doing, by the way.
Yes.
at this point, I'm like, well, listen, I've already done the attic. I was happy to help because I had a discount. But now
You're a haggler.
now it's my birthday and I'm not gonna clean other people's shit for my
Mhm.
birthday. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back upstairs and I'm throwing what's his name?
Rector?
No.
Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence down the stairs.
Okay, that's fine. So you're all down in the basement at this point.
No,
So
I said I climb back. Oh yeah, he was with me.
he was with you, yeah. So you're all down in the basement.
Drag him up and then throw him down.
You were the peacekeeper
No,
before, and now you're just like dragging it, push him.
Okay, so that's fine. So Torek, you're halfway up the stairs.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I look at what's his name again?
Rector.
No.
Clarence.
Rector's in like a
Rector's a much harder name to remember than Clarence.
Rector.
Rector.
I look at him and I tell him, listen, I've been kind enough to help you upstairs, but now it's your turn to clean.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Could you make for me
That's what I wanted to do.
a quick check? I would like you to make for me. What would I like you to make? I'd like you to make me what would this be? A wisdom insight check. I'd like you to make me a wisdom insight check.
20.
Yeah, D20, yeah, please.
Wisdom, insight. We are on 12.
Perfect. Okay, you're halfway up the stairs.
Oh no.
Fuck. And you Somehow that's landed on some carpet and it's just not even done anything. You're about to say to Clarence, which is fine. You're about to say to Clarence, look, it's my birthday. I know it's my birthday.
I don't
Look.
speak like this, I'm Torr-Wreaked.
Well, how does Torr-Wreaked speak then?
Not like this.
He doesn't speak like this. Okay. Torr-Wreaked speaks like this. Does he speak like that? Is that how he speaks?
He has a very low voice, Torr-Wreaked.
Low voice like that.
No!
Is he a geezer?
I'm
I'm from the ends of London, mate.
And he roars R's, but only R's.
Okay, I'll roll my R.
That's Torr-Wreaked.
Okay, Clarence, here's the deal. It's my birthday. I'm just gonna read him in my normal voice, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're explaining to him that it's your birthday, and then you remember your spells that you've inherited from your patron, the fiend, and you've got one spell called Prestidigitation.
Ah!
And you think to yourself, not only is there just me here,
Size of his head,
Rector is here as well.
Pancaking.
He's a copy of me. Surely he would know this.
Sus.
Ah?
It's a spell that you can
I
do
don't know.
many things
I
to
think he's in the
do,
basement.
and one of its effects is to clean something up.
Ah. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back upstairs,
Mhm.
but before that, I'm going to send Rector down
That's really
and to clean and to use prestidigitation.
Yeah. Prestidigitation.
So your name isn't Betsy.
Prestidigitation.
I like the name.
To clean.
Okay, perfect. So is Clarence helping
I
him?
hate Lewis. I only like
Yes, yeah, they're friends. So this way Clarence thinks he's bonding with him, but I don't have to bear his.
That's perfect. Okay, right.
Also,
So
never met a person called Lewis I like.
Neither.
Clarence and Rector then are cleaning the basement upstairs.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. And you go back upstairs and what was her name? Was it Elderflower?
Yeah,
Was it Elderflower?
the gnome.
Bloody
Yeah. Elderflower the gnome
Elder.
is looking incredibly stressed out,
I've definitely been
and she looks at you.
Definitely has.
Please help!
She's got tiny hands. She can only
What
hold
the
them
fuck,
tiny.
Edda?
They're about to come in! And at that moment, that exact moment, 40 gnomes come bursting in through the door.
No.
40 gnomes. And you realise, you've seen this before, you've seen this a couple of times over the last few days. It's the end of the logging shift, and the gnomes nearby make the silver owlbear their first port of call
I just need a drink.
when it comes to the end. They do just need a drink. They make the owlbear their first port of call. They know it's a pub of incredible booze. So it's their first port of call.
Alright.
So
And you are there,
40 notes.
now struggling to think what to do.
Nah. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Struggling to think of what to do
It's like no
while the
race.
40 gnomes come in. And we'll cut to you two again. You've just left
Hey.
Portier's you've just left Portier's shop
Yeah.
with three
That's not
two elixirs and one magical alcohol.
Not on that side. He's
What would you like to do
on that
next?
side. He's happy.
How was that
It's a
shop
mood
food
ring.
station, wasn't it? That I'm thinking.
I don't know how.
I don't know.
What do you
I feel
reckon?
like I do cater at my pub, but
Yeah, you sticker shop.
yeah.
How much time we got for the party?
You've got about an hour before the party.
Shit, I need to get ready.
It's like an hour, like
I was gonna say, so what? I've got no hair.
it's an hour broadly, but you don't know that Torrek is now with you call it the gnome rush at the pub, but he's kind of in the middle of that.
Rush hour.
I mean, I have to say, if it's a surprise party, does it have to be at a specific time? Surely it's just when we all get there.
That's true. That's true.
But if you've got this
So I'm fucking with this
magic
too.
Yeah.
foresight,
We've got an hour. He's strictly in an hour.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean-
we should try what we've bought just to make sure.
That's so
it
your
is
you
what we're
energy.
sold.
Time to get fucked.
Yeah, because I feel like we could potentially ruin the whole party by giving them something really
Yeah,
weird.
it might just be water for them.
Yeah, don't get 14.
Okay, so are you going to try all three of the elixirs?
gonna be.
Both of you gonna try all 3 of the elixirs?
Strong.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you all 3 of you try the elixirs. You take a sip of the invisibility one first.
Carry the dog.
And the invisibility one, this is an elixir, it's nothing alcoholic. And both of you just blink out of existence. Like that.
Trippy.
You're both
No,
completely
we can't see
invisible.
each other.
Yeah.
You've only taken a
Should we all
small
like the
swig.
bottles? Yeah.
So both of you are fairly accustomed with elixirs, especially Ula, who just as a magic user is around a lot of elixirs. And you know, because of the small sip you've taken, it will last no more than 15 minutes.
Okay. So we know this.
So
is
it's completely safe, nothing to worry about.
Right.
You're completely invisible though for the duration of about 15 minutes.
Okay.
You then take a sip of the strength one.
I don't think I touched you.
Slightly over.
You both feel very warm instantly, and all of your veins you can visibly see them kind of like pop a little bit.
Well, I'm invisible.
Like-
You're invisible.
No, so you're not invisible to yourself, you're invisible to everyone else.
Oh.
That's
You-
good.
To your, so Tierra, you cannot see Ula. You can't see Tierra, but you can both see yourselves.
Okay.
So you're just as you are now, but everyone else can't see you.
Okay, cool.
So you're feeling kind of warm, you're feeling kind of good, you're completely invisible, and then you try a little bit of the orcish brew.
Oh, that's gonna go real bad.
Yeah, what
Oh
is
my
it
God.
about?
It's
I
called,
haven't got
as you lift it up to the light, you can see it's got like orcish script on it, and underneath it says Ragnar's Ruin underneath. So you take a little shot of that, both of you each,
This is perfect.
and then you both just feel just a humidity just like completely goes up around you, and you can feel that energy crackling in both of your hands,
Ah.
and that's where you are now.
Can I set fire to the pub?
Well, this part.
No,
You're in.
the
Yeah,
shitty
you-
pub.
But you're.
The shitty pub.
Yeah.
You can set fire to the shitty pub if
Because
you
I am
like.
invisible and I know it's going to last 10
Competition.
minutes and I can.
Okay, so are you sneaking over to the
Not
shitty
enough to
pub?
like fully burn it down, just enough to piss them off.
Well, we have to roll for it, I'm
Not
afraid.
to piss them
Yeah.
off.
So you sneak
Oh,
I
over
am pissed.
We've got beef.
to you sneak over to the damp Balrog, and you can
Damp
see
Balrog's
you go inside.
A dry bowel.
There's a couple of people in there, not loads. Like there's a decent amount of people for just like a
But they're not
Friday
my
night.
pub, are they?
They made the wrong choice.
Wrong.
And,
I've got beef with this pub.
A long
You
time.
you can hear Ula whispering next to you. What's the plan? What's the plan? And then you see no one is next to you. No one's like next to the bar. Everyone's away from the bar. So you go behind the bar and then you see a couple of kegs of various different ales. You've got some pixie ale, you've got some
Fireball.
dwarven ale, and you've got some tabaxi brew it's called. Tabaxi brew is known for being very flammable.
Interesting.
Tabaxi.
Like a Molotov.
Not a million miles
We
away.
are strong, so we could throw the whole barrel.
True.
What would you like to do?
Well, this is all you.
Look, I'm not that much of an
Ula at this
asshole.
point is getting flashback from the previous adventure where he just deleted that wolf by making it implode on itself and squirt blood everywhere after everyone tripped over his shoe.
He also spilled over
So he starts shaking quietly in the
I
corner.
drank like that every night for a week.
Are you really?
Azula.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tierra, what would you like to do?
you said that so convincingly.
I'm just going to set fire just to the normal Elvish wine because I know it's their bestseller, but I don't want it to cause too much damage because I'm not that much of an asshole. I like a bit of competition, so
They've got a shot for a couple.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna.
Could you make a roll for me real quick?
What's this?
D20. Sorry?
Is this the moist barrel?
This is the moist. It's the damp barrel grass. Offensively known by the people that don't like it, the moist barrel.
Yeah, the
Could you roll a
moist
d20 for me
I think at
quickly?
the other town.
What'd you roll?
I got a 1.
I rolled a 20.
Oh.
So you go to the elvish wine
This
and
is gonna end well for you.
you grab the elvish wine and you think in your head,
Invisible.
The only thing you think in your head, just from when your parents were educating you in the capital, you pick up the barrel and you think the Orcish word for fire. And you open your eyes and you look down, and where your hands would be are flaming, and the barrel itself is on fire, and you put it down. It's just doing its business. It's smoking away. It's on fire. That's fine. And you whisper generally in Ula's direction, who's rocking in the corner now at the thought of this wolf. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's fine. And okay. So you both leave the pub. 30 seconds after you leave the pub, the entire place explodes.
Cool. Shit. I like the idea of like tiptoeing, like.
It's unpleasant. You can just hear a boom from 3 streets away. It's so much so, Persian Ebchar, just from the general vicinity of it, think, oh shit, was that the pub? Like, that's the general kind of like.
You killed a lot of.
You've destroyed an entire pub and no one knows it was you.
And killed everybody in there.
You've killed.
Yeah.
You've killed. Hang on, let me just see how many people you've killed.
Which
Character flaws.
Give me 2 seconds. I can tell you exactly how many people you killed, including the very nice landlord who gave everyone the information. You killed 41 people.
That's so funny.
Sorry?
Spare the dying.
You've killed 41 people, but what does? Tell me what Spare the Dying does.
41.
Yeah.
I think it's for the lie.
Is it like a rewind potion in that shop?
Would you like to tell me what Spare the Dying does?
Doesn't
Shall I find it?
You saving them?
I believe Spare the Dying can only be used on one person,
Yeah.
but let me
Who's the
just
nice
have a quick
guy?
look.
Prayer of healing.
Let me just
No, they're
check.
dead.
I pray.
They have exploded.
They've exploded.
Gentle repose.
Huh?
Gentle repose.
Well, I think you should have thought about it before you.
Yeah, Prayer of Healing is not viable, I'm afraid. However, Spare the Dying, you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. So you can save one person.
Save the nice guy.
You can save one
There
person.
is a big
Held
difference
up.
between 41 and 40, I have to say.
And also, is your invisibility potion going to wear off in a minute and you're going to be at the scene of the crime?
Yeah, because it's going to look like.
You look down at your feet, both of you, and you can see the kind of like ends of your shoes slightly solidifying.
I'll save the nearest person to me.
The nearest person to you is in fact the landlord of the pub.
Yay! We hide
Come to the party.
So you grab
Sorry,
him
mate,
by
you're
his
looking
shoulders,
for the pub, but you're looking
you
for
pull him out of the burning wreckage of what was his pub, and he wakes up to the ear rake of panpipes and,
Nice.
oh my god! What the hell has just happened?
What have you done to my pub?
So many people are dead! Why am I outside the pub? I was in the basement.
I'm very
Maybe
sad.
it's
The
a good
blast,
idea.
the blast blew him free. And on that note, both of you leave.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
The pub. You run back to the square.
What am I going to do this party now?
Yeah, the trauma. You're just see dead people.
The blood of 40 people on me.
For this party, 41 people.
Oh, just 40, just 40.
Because we killed one as
Yeah,
well.
Hold on.
As a group.
I'm not giving this wine out now. There's no way I'm doing this in my
It is
pub. That
dangerous.
wine is not.
The only reason that, can I just say quickly, the only reason that did that was because I rolled a critical 20 and you rolled a critical 1.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Which meant something really good and really bad had to happen.
Dangerous game.
Shit.
So it's completely up to the user what happens to it, but you were just not fully in control.
I'm devastated.
Not fully in control, you could be less in control.
Indeed.
Wasn't that your idea?
Ula
It was my idea.
and
On
Tierra.
the shoulder.
Ula and Tierra are now in the square of the town.
People are talking.
Yeah, people are
What's
talking.
just
People
happened?
know.
You both just
We need to
regained.
invite 41 people to the party.
Sirens blaring, fire brigade.
You both just regained your visibility.
Babble, babble.
Babble, babble. You can see the quad bike, the quad oxen that you rode earlier now have water tanks on top. You're 2 streets away from the centre of town, you two, but you see the oxen run past with like vast vast tanks of water on each of the 4
They're running
chariots.
away.
No, to the fire.
Oh.
They're ridden by 2
Oh, no.
dwarfs. Each of the oxen are ridden by 2 dwarfs going towards the centre of town.
And one of them singing.
One of them's going like "Bah, bah," which is the dwarvish fire chant.
Bill Hall.
What do both of you do now?
No, we're hush. We're
So
not
are you? That's fine. I just meant generally. What's your plan of action now? Do you go back to the pub?
Straw.
Do you go back to another shop? What do you do?
No, I need to go. And
Do you have a
drink.
cry?
I'm already
So
crying.
You go back to the owlbear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to go back.
Am I still invisible?
Yeah. Actually, no, you're not. You're both of you have regained your. You both lost all of your magic abilities that were gained by the elixirs and drafts.
Good. They don't need them anymore.
No.
So come
Cursed
down.
items.
So what? Okay, so you're going back to the silver owlbear. What do you do, Ula?
How much time do I have?
There's about before the time that you guys agreed before the party. There's about 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
We haven't got any balloons. if you want to get
We
some
haven't got any balloons.
Don't worry, we're getting to that. Don't worry.
Oh.
That bigger issue.
Poor Tia.
Boy, one people are dead, but
She's come for
we
the
need some
pie.
balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I take like
Need
a
to cheer
swig of
this joint up a bit,
invisibility
fine,
and
you
take a
The
swig
pie.
of
We're
invisibility?
gonna half
Yeah.
go them. Let them go.
Look at him.
Yeah, you can do that. You don't even have to roll for that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right, Ula, I'd like you to repeat what you just said to me. Thank you very much.
What is a creep?
Take a swig of invisibility, go back into the shop, and then just look at Portia like,
Oh my god, he's a nonce.
how lovely she is.
Portia is 45 years old.
Yeah.
He's not definitely not a nonce,
No,
but
but it's a creep.
Yeah.
Ula is very old.
Ula
Ula is old.
Something
Oh, no.
we were doing.
Oola, oola, oop.
Okay, so Ula's being a creep.
Ah, it's not a great-
Tierra's gone back to the pub.
Invisible, she doesn't know.
Yes, if I wasn't
Who's
invisible.
Oola? Are you Oola?
No.
Who's
Oh,
Oola? Wait, who are you perving on?
The person in the drink.
The you know the really nice shop with like the stained glass window?
Is it
That lady.
Portia.
Portia, yeah.
Portia.
Hey there,
Okay, right.
I wanna ride you.
Persh. Ebchar, what are you doing now? We cut back to you with
We
the
need
dead
to get some
assassin.
balloons.
We need balloons.
Okay, that's fine. So
We're not
you
hiding
remember
that assassin.
you
Yeah,
remember
we're
the really lovely, helpful owner of the tavern that you just visited.
Who's absolutely traumatized, crying in the street.
Oh, I remember. When you've the 2 shops you want to go to.
They've recovered quickly.
Oh no, he's alive now. He got saved by Ula, but this is a flashback in your head. This is a flashback.
Giving to others.
I remember. Yes, you want to go to Wizard Pratchett's shop, and you want to go to Gazu Reese's shop.
Oh, the creep.
The gnome plays like home is the name of the shop.
It does sound like we get some balloons there.
And you walk down the street, and thankfully, right on the corner, just before you get to the square, you see gnome place like home. Now,
we're gonna go in.
just straight up go in.
I think it's
What
one
else
of those
could we
places.
do?
It's gonna go beep boop as we go in. No hands in pockets, you know. and
Okay,
no
that's fine.
ID.
Gnome
Yeah.
place like
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
From the outside, looks really unassuming. It's just made. It's like a thatched building essentially with like
Burnable.
wood, a little bit of very burnable in the hands of Tierra, and it's just wood. It's like a little bit of white kind of paint on
Is it busy? Do lots of people come
Relatively busy, yeah. It's you can see about 10 people. in there.
Thriving independent business.
in? Shop local.
And it says underneath, known place like home, owned by Gazu Reese.
Gazu Reese.
And a little photo, and it's of you can both recognise it as a rock gnome with a very big nose, grey skin, kind of floppy ears, squinty eyes. It's just a very typical rock gnome. You know what they look like, and you know they're very shrewd businessmen.
Are they quite fun?
They can be once you get to know them, but initially a shrewd businessman is.
Quite preserved.
Yeah.
No, pie.
That's place.
How rock is this now?
You go in
You jump.
and you see. It's a complete contrast to the outside of the shop. Whereas the outside was browns and whites and kind of thatched roof, it's a completely Technicolor shop on the inside. It's beautiful.
Pretty.
You've got like a whole selection of balloons in the right-hand corner of the shop. You've got blue,
That's where
you've
it
got
needs
red,
to
you've got
be.
green, you've got
What else
purple.
is in the shop?
You've got Joseph's Technicolor like dream coat of balloons over
Right.
there.
Yeah.
You've got streamers. You've got party poppers that shoot out confetti. You've got gift wrap of all different shapes and sizes. You got different gifts in the far corner of all sorts, and then the almost like portier shop in the centre of it. Sitting on a stool is the grey gnome that you saw painted on the sign outside the
Ooh.
shop, Gazoo, and he looks at
So
you.
humble, obviously.
Yeah.
Hello. How can I help?
Right, darling.
I've been keeping my eye on your movements as soon as you got in this shop here. I've had not one, not two, but 3 packs of poppers. His tentacles wiggle. How can I help you?
We need to buy some balloons.
Oh, balloons! Oh, well, you've come to the right place then, innit? Right, this way. And he turns around and he leads you to all the balloons. How many balloons do you want in? He shouts over his shoulder. He's also about, like, just under waist height for both of you.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like
So he's walking
looking up
quite
at you like
slowly
that.
then.
He's walking like his little legs.
Taking one step
Yeah,
back,
right, come on,
steps.
Both of you are walking at like a normal pace.
Is he-
His legs
is he
are going
running?
like the absolute clappers. Like
Shrinking.
he's got like a low sweat on his brow. He's occasionally having to mop it
Cross
off.
country.
How many balloons were you wanting?
Maybe like
238.
238.
I got that in the store, but you have to blow up some of them. Is that alright? And then he like kind of takes a sip of water because he's just exhausted from
That
running
does
about
sound like a lot
15
of
foot.
effort.
It does.
Maybe 10.
Yeah. Can I use my dragon breath? Can I be quicker at blowing up
Because
balloons?
we do want
To electrocute all the balloons? Yes, you can do if you like.
No, I haven't anything to help us.
Is there anything I can help?
There are other
Have
things
strength potion for lunch.
There are other things in the shop other than balloons, just so you know.
Maybe we should get 238 party pops.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
There we go. We'll have one balloon and 238
One
party
balloon,
pops.
238 party
Do a message on the one balloon if you like.
What?
Do a message on the one balloon if you like.
That'd be nice.
I can draw a picture
Draw a picture
of a flower.
of anything you want.
Right.
No, draw a picture of some gold because he
Some
likes
gold,
He
yeah.
likes
Draw a
gold.
picture of gold. And he blows up a balloon in one, like expertly. He's done this 1,000
Yeah,
times.
do you want to come with us?
And he gets a quill dipped in gold ink, and he expertly draws on this balloon just a bullion bar. What's his name?
Dog.
Talk.
Dog.
Cool. And he writes talk. He writes
Oh,
talk across the balloon in gold. Right. It's the one balloon and the 3. Was it?
Torr-Wreaked.
We both Torg is half a million nickname with him.
Yeah.
We call him Torg.
It was the one balloon and
I think
300. Was
we
it
should
238 party
205.
poppers? 238 party poppers.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. And like he grabs one. He goes like pew. It's like a little effect.
Sick.
And then he just gets all of them in just a big
Sack.
I don't know what you call it. Not ramkin sack. A Hessian sack. A
Hessian.
very big Hessian
Very
sack.
specific.
Wow.
There you are.
I can
And then
picture
he
my
prop-
Yeah, I can do it to
He
me.
plumps it on the desk and he has the little balloon attached around the top of the bag, tying it in
Like it?
place where
Yeah.
it says
Cute.
talk across the middle.
He's gonna hate it.
Lovely present.
Where's the party? He asks.
Oh, we'll
The owl bear.
Owlbear, good little pub that.
Yeah, it is
Oh,
actually.
do you like
It's
it?
quite big actually.
Mahoosive pub. I've stayed there with a couple of birds in my time.
Yeah. Shame about that other one. Yeah.
When he says he stayed there with a few birds, he literally means he stayed there with a few birds. He's very partial to a race called Agricora,
No.
which are half bird,
Fucking hell, top shagger.
half bird, half person.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
Which
women.
way round?
Just women.
No, half bird, half person. He
Oh,
literally
half
means
bird.
birds.
Where's, they got wings and
Yeah,
the
tell
Yeah.
walk us through.
Which
Yep.
part
Just
is
wings.
the-
They're like bird. I can show you a photo later.
Okay.
It's not important to the story. It's fine.
It is my
And
brain.
he gives you 15 gold pieces, please.
think we should. I don't really want to invite him.
No, but what can we do? Is there any way we can haggle, get a discount?
Yeah,
Play some
sure.
games?
Let's play some
Play
games.
some games?
Woo!
Any of you love dragon chess?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, sweet. One of you who wants to play me at dragon chess, roll a d20.
You know,
You can
I'm
play
sorry,
Dragon
but
Chess.
I'm 16.
I rolled a 14.
Hey, we win!
You spend 20 minutes playing dragon chess with Gazu. And since he's a rock gnome, he knows a few rock spells, so he tries to like tilt the table a little bit and just be a little bit
He really
cheeky.
wasn't to be trusted.
But at the end of it, you just win outright. Like, a very skilled player. He's right, that's fine, there you are. 8 gold pieces, there you
I
are.
think that's
Fine,
fair.
yes, there. We have got
Close,
238 poppers.
If you want any more party bits, you know where to come, eh?
We definitely do, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sweet, right, see ya. And he turns around and he goes, starts helping another couple of people.
That's successful.
Yeah, we got what we came
I think that was the
Very
most
pleasant.
normal shop
Yeah,
trip
that was
that
lovely.
anyone's
Did he
had.
die?
No 40 people burnt to death,
No.
and you didn't meet a crack wizard, so that was fine.
Oh, but we like the crack wizard.
Yeah,
crack
he's
was
coming later. He's
beautiful.
coming
As soon as we
later.
heard about it, we were like,
Budget.
invite.
Okay, right. So, where'd you both go now? Back to the centre of town?
Well, have we got anything else to get?
Well, you can, if you want to get anything else for the party, now's the time to say.
This would be good for a couple.
Same goes for you two, actually. You're all in the centre of town now.
disco
You've kind of
I'm
met
back
up.
at the pub.
Oh yeah, you're in the pub. Sorry.
Slowly
disco
walking
You're,
back.
Ula, your invisibility potion's just wearing off. So, Ula, you saying Scamper made that so much worse. Ula, you've just met up with Ebchar and Persh. Tierra, you're in the pub in your private room, just drinking really steadily from some whiskey.
Oh, we want to get a disco ball.
You want to get a disco ball, right? Okay.
Or a bouncy castle. It's no party without bouncy castle.
Right. Okay. Anyone else want to get anything?
So I didn't think I was going for that.
It's fine.
No, I'm right.
I'm okay.
Okay. Right.
I'm currently pending.
You
Please.
Luke, could you roll a
It doesn't
d20 for me?
A D20.
Roll a d20 for me.
16.
Okay.
He's a
You
fucker.
remember at Gazu's shop, in betwixt the balloons and the party poppers, there was another kind of general party section with like streamers and such, and there were a couple of flat pack crates in there, and it says "Ye Old Bouncy Castle"
Sick.
on them. So you go back into Gazu's shop. He goes, "Hey, you two, 3?" And he
Yeah,
sees
I've
you,
got
Ula. I thought I already sorted you all out.
Right, no, we had our eyes on that bouncy castle.
Oh, the bouncy boy, huh? Right, yeah, finest walking leather, that. Oh, beautiful stuff. Takes a while to blow it up, though. You need a couple of bellows for it. Maybe a wind spell if you're partial.
Lovely.
That's 100 gold pieces for that one.
Absolutely not.
I think that's...
But again, if you want to barter for it, I'm more than happy.
That's
It's
not-
Tierra we need that.
Yeah, we have.
Tierra is currently back at the pub. She's just finished her bottle of whiskey and now she's on the elven
I
wine.
just don't think the bouncy castle's worth it.
Nah.
Oh no, he's bouncy castle's fine. I'll make you a good offer on it.
What's the
Tell us
offer?
what the offer is.
All right. Okay, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you for 75 gold
No.
pieces.
We're not that rich.
We're going home.
We're going home.
Oh, come on, it's me. It's Gaz that you've already bought stuff
For
from me.
10 or
You know,
leaving.
10? No, you're killing me. How about 50?
10 or leaving.
Yeah, tell me.
45. I'll do you 45.
We still haven't got our bounty back.
No,
yet.
if we had our bounty, then we'd be buying
Yeah,
something.
but we haven't, you know, so...
Tell you what, bring me to the party. I'll bring the castle for free. How about that?
No.
We'd rather not.
Fine.
We're alright, mate. I've got
50 gold pieces. Take it or leave it.
50. It's gone up in price.
I've got a
He's
command
fuming.
spell
A
Come on.
Command spell.
Command him to give it to us.
for cheap.
No, for free.
3, is that too far?
No.
For one.
If you've got a spell, let's try it.
Yeah.
Command spell. How does it work?
Bit cheeky.
Can you tell me?
Yeah.
100 gold pieces.
Yeah, absolute rip. That's something you have to blow up yourself.
Ryan's honest to God, Ula's fucking spell sheet's ridiculous.
This is not.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can I just see it quickly?
What the
Well, because you've got.
a Bible.
Can I just see it
I don't have any.
Yeah, because you've got stuff at like first and second level.
catapult?
Come on, play it. Okay,
Be
cheers.
careful of the flaming barrel.
Um.
And oh my god. No, ignore me. I've just found something.
We used that last time, didn't we? For the bats.
Oh, that sounds
Remember
good.
this?
It's coming back out.
I'd like to
I
reminisce.
think that wasn't my power. No, maybe it's not.
This song is sending me a little bit loopy, isn't it?
Yeah, I can put on some more tavern music. That's fine. Speak a one-word command.
One-word command.
On a creature within range.
Yeah.
They must succeed on the wisdom saving throw, and
I
then.
like it.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah,
Gimme?
that's my
Gimme, is that the command?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's cute.
I've rolled a critical 1. Right, okay. Gazu, he's in the midst of negotiating with you two specifically because he knows you. No, honestly, 50 gold is the lowest. And he stops mid-sentence and he slowly pivots to the sound of the music. And his eyes get a bit of a glazed expression. And he goes, yeah, you know what? I think I can do a better deal than that. Sure.
0.
He's rocking backward and forth.
Yeah.
You know what? Just have it.
Fun, yeah.
It's
woo!
Finally.
We're gonna bounce so high.
I hope you do, mate. I hope you do. Yeah. Gushty. And then he turns
Gushty.
around, helps more customers, leaving you with a crate.
And he's not invited.
No,
Yeah.
win-win.
Do you go back to the pub then?
Back to
Yeah,
the pub.
back
We
to
need
the
to get
pub.
ready for this party.
So you walk back to the pub, and you walk into an absolute fucking horror show. You can see 40 different gnomes all just around the bar shouting at Elderflower. No, 40.
Bloody hell.
With Torr-Wreaked near the bar, just having come out of the basement, and he's kind of like fenced in with these gnomes, with him and Elderflower on the one side of the bar. Torr-Wreaked, what is it you do?
Would you just put tea?
Can you amend it?
We don't
I
know.
don't know, it's like
What's it
12
back?
40 no. I offer them to enjoy the after work drink with a barrel of my brand new.
Okay, right. So I'm the leader of the gnomes. My name is Shu.
Shoot.
Nice to meet you.
He looks at you and he throws a dagger just over your shoulder.
Love it.
What? Are you the owner? Are you the new owner? It used to be a lady.
Yeah.
Correct.
No, I'm not. But I should play some ale here.
Oh,
And if
really?
you're not happy, I can attack you.
Well, I don't want to be attacked. I just want to have a drink, mate. I've been logging trees all day.
Fair point.
What are you trying to play at?
I can give you a barrel if you all leave the pub, and you don't have to pay for this barrel.
Well, you're giving us free booze.
Yeah.
Have you seen how many? 40 gnomes here. Right, we'll need at least 5 barrels. Clarence now wanders up the stairs, slightly, actually no, very concussed.
Oh, really? Still.
He's very concussed, with Rector like helping him up the stairs.
Right.
He's kind of singing to himself like, I'm a little blue fish in a deep blue sea. Like getting helped up the stairs by Rector.
I like that.
That was a niche reference for I think 2 of you.
So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send back downstairs Clarence and Rector.
They've just finished clearing up the basement, by the way.
And now that it's clear, using prestidigitation, they're gonna sit down the gnome downstairs.
Okay,
The
so you're
basement.
making it like a private room for the gnomes downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Idea.
Genius.
You're telling me we've got a private room downstairs?
It's your birthday. Give me the VIP. What?
That's brilliant. okay, sweet. And then like
I don't know, I have a
I guess
party,
that's
yeah.
true.
you just have like a kind of you just hear like a 40 pairs of gnome feet just running like down the stairs like a tsunami of gnomes. You can see like little noddy hats just like bobbing along as they go down. Tierra and a few of the regulars are the only ones left upstairs, and you see that Torr-Wreaked is kind of like on his own
Yeah, and I'm not in a good mood.
upstairs. And you're pissed as well. Like you're really drunk at this point. You're just really upset.
My dagger's being flailed.
And you look out of the window and you see Ebchar, Ula, and Persh all approaching. You can see like a parcel of books. You can see the kind of liquor under Ula's arm. You can see the balloons and the party poppers with Persh. What is it you do to distract Ebchar from the fact that these people are... Oh, sorry, Torr-Wreaked, to distract them from...
Well, I feel like at this point, I'm pretty drunk.
Yeah.
I've had a really long day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I think I just panic and I knock him out.
What weapons have you got really quickly?
No, I'm pure fist, like...
Oh, just like you try and knock them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I just panic and I look at him and I just go, fuck it, and I...
Could you roll me a d20?
Yeah.
And-
I'm gonna kill him or something.
No, you won't.
No.
Torek, can you also roll me a d20?
I got
16.
God, I haven't.
No, I'm gonna get...
It's fine. So you go up to him. Torek, over there. He's like, what now? And he turns around expecting to find another job, and you just clock him from the side. Ah! And he just screams. Ah! And his eye is all swollen up.
For his birth.
Why?
Which one of his eyes?
Why? His left hand eye. His left hand eye is all just swollen up, and you, oh god, I'm so sorry. Let's get that cleaned up. Why it was you that did this? Ah!
Sorry.
And you're like, no, it's fine. I can sort it out. I can mend it. It's fine. It's fine. So you take him into another quiet room, allowing for the three of you.
Yeah, we can
See, I
can't
also
see
got
it.
all this through.
That's
Yeah.
mine, by the way. Yes, please. Fuck you
I thought
all.
you were gonna put them together.
Yeah, me too. I was like, interesting combo.
Please, do you think it's...
So, how do you set up the party?
We set up the party.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's going to be one big balloon in the middle.
Right.
That's the wrong name, which we're gonna change.
I
the
just
name.
want to know how the layout is of the room.
Oh yeah, balloon in the middle.
So we've gone. Yeah, the party poppers are going to be round the
Everywhere.
outside, like kind of concealed behind all the chairs.
Right.
So you can't see them, but when they go, they're going to go everywhere in the middle, you know?
Yeah.
Are you all
so
going
we're-
at the same
it's gonna
time?
be-
Yeah, and
It's
they're all
gonna
gonna
be
go
a
to the middle where
Yeah.
the balloon is.
So we
Okay.
need to get him in the middle of the room somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what
That's
the
fine.
music is.
That's fine.
Where do we put the music?
The music, I'm singing the music.
Oh,
She
sorry.
tried to knock me out, but
That's
she
what we
just
got that
punched me in
book
the face
for.
very hard.
We don't even open the
because
other book.
I
Macro
had-
Fleet.
Not good for me.
She tried to knock me out to,
But we need the other book.
so I couldn't see the people.
Oh, I
The
wasn't records
chain.
in the other book,
But yeah,
you know?
she-
Well, the other book's the present book.
A mystery book is
Okay,
this
we
one.
need to wrap
I'm
this.
a bit
Yeah.
drunk at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, and the song.
Yeah.
What song do you
But
sing?
she managed to
Yeah, it's up to
take me away.
I can tell you what song you can sing if you like.
Yes.
Well,
Prepare.
setting up.
That was
You sing. I wrote a few down actually. You sing. Wherever.
Whenever.
And it's got a tune like the tune of Wherever by Macwood Fleet sounds like dum 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 dum
Oh.
dum 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 on your lutes. Yeah, that's where it sounds like. So you set up the balloons, you set up the poppers, you've got the presents out on the table. Ula, what have you done with the elixirs and such?
Invisibility potion now.
Yeah.
What have you done with those? The
The
presents. What have you done with the presents?
Well, one's in my hat.
Okay.
I got 2 big pockets.
Okay.
Put them on the table.
Yeah, share the potion.
And we
Yeah.
need to do the invisibility.
That's fine,
It's-
okay.
It's crucial.
So Tierra, you're in the room with Torr-Wreaked sorting out his bruised eye.
Yeah.
And is it all sorted?
Yeah.
Could you roll for me?
Yeah, I also feel like I'm distracting him by venting my day.
It's fine. Could you roll for me a
You're
Could you roll for me a wisdom medicine check to see how well you heal his eye?
Oh god, is that a D20?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where's medicine?
It's on the proficiency
Oh right,
thing.
okay. Oh, it's +0. I got 15.
Oh,
Good.
perfect. Yeah, you do really well. You've got like a cold steak you take out of the cellar and you like press it against his eye and it's like really does like a good one there. And you've got some peas as well.
Yeah.
So like you've got a wet paper towel you rub on it profusely. And it comes out and it's a little bit like kind of bloodshot and slightly puffy, but it's a lot better than it was looking. And you walk out into the room and you just see a party. You've got Clarence absolutely just like traumatized at the edge of the bar. You've got Elderflower who's just completely got now like the hang of doing all the pints and stuff. She's behind the bar doing stuff for everyone. You've got the Elderflower, the small gnome.
Oh yeah.
She's doing all of that. You got a few of the regulars sort of like wondering what's going on and still getting their drinks, so they're almost like part of the party. You've got all
Bastards.
5 of you
Partying hard.
just partying really,
Is,
really
Pratchett
fucking
there?
hard.
Oh, I
Pratchett
guess
Pratchett just pops out of nowhere, and then Portia walks through the door as Pratchett arrives.
Ooh, oi, Portia.
Pratchett arrives like and just like
Oi, oi.
with like a lightning like dancing between his hands, going, "Let's get fucked!" And he's got like a yard of I think it's called a yard of ale. So he has like a glass one of those just for himself. He pulls out of his sleeve, magically fills it up, necks it in one, and his eyes are going in like different directions. Portia gets out a hip flask, coolly leans against a bar stool because that's like the height that she is, and just takes a gentle little swig from that. And the party goes on.
Lovely.
There we are.
And
And
party.
there we
To
are.
my 238th birthday.
Yeah.
Did you like the balloon?
No.
Ebchar, roll for how good your song is real quick.
20. 50.
Okay, it's a really good song. You sing.
Crying.
You sing. Sarah by Macwood Fleet.
That's quite a sad song.
Yeah, but it's really good, and everyone enjoys it.
Yeah.
And that is the end of this adventure. It ends with a really good party and lots of dead, burnt people.
Yeah.
That's
also
what
now
we
have
like.
strength potion to use.
He's got boy's got strength potions. He's got like fire potions, and he's got his special stone
Yeah.
as
And
well.
you got your book.
Yeah.
A great
And
bird.
where is Rector? Where's Rector?
Rector has now evaporated.
Good.
Rector can be used. I can tell you the deets of him if you like,
No.
or would you like to find it out by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Who's Rector?
The twin.
Friend.
Oh.
The one from the stone.
Come on, you don't know he's Rector.
I just didn't know you named him Rector.
That was his name. It's kind of like Torek, but not.
There's a third one.
Ah, yeah, makes sense. Rector, Torr-Wreaked.
There we go, and that is today's adventure.
Thank you. So good.
I mean, I had an awful time, but
You did.
You killed
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you're now you're now top of like the killer list. Like Bryn's been
the
dethroned.
Big killer list.
Bryn has been straight up
yeah, but none of
dethroned.
you know that.
We know because you've been telling everyone drunk, you've been
Yeah.
crying. I killed 40
It's
people.
gonna come out one day.
I killed
It was me.
so many.
I made a big mistake. You know, he's gonna go start a party.
In my notes, it's like does not like killing unless necessary.
It was an